I'm not wasting soda when I got good slushy.
Fucking goddamn it.
Yo,
Can't
it's
open mine again.
Yep.
the universal truth.
I
I got good drink. You don't waste good drink.
Yeah.
have a aha.
What's an aha?
It's a water. And this
Ah.
one is blueberry pomegranate. It's pretty good.
How good is it? Like scale of 1 to 10. Is it like Dr. Pepper good?
Am I like scaling it based off of like seltzer waters, or am I scaling it based off of drinks in general?
Let's go with seltzer waters first.
It's pretty good. I'd say like a good like 8 or 9. Like it's pretty good. Like 8 or 9 out of 10. It's really good for seltzer water.
Now let's open it up. Add in regular water.
Well, adding in regular water, I think I would prefer this to regular water. So I'd say it's still pretty high up there.
Now we add in the good shit. Where's it fall compared to like Dr. Pepper?
Oh well, like if we compare it to other drinks in general, then like 1 or 2. Because I would much rather have like a slushy, um, or you know chocolate milk,
Makes
um,
sense. I got a good
Red
slushy
Bull,
right here.
uh, G Fuel, um, anything. No, it's really good though. I really like it.
That's good. I got a nice raspberry mango slushy.
Hey,
Because apparently Sonic does that?
yeah, dude. Sonic does fucking everything.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They have like a banana pudding drink I want to get at one point. Like it's like banana pudding and it's like bananas in it and it's ice cream and it's good.
As a drink?
It's like as like a fucking as like a milkshakey slushy drink thing, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I want it so bad, but I have to like go actually to the Sonic to do that, and it's like a little bit away, and I don't want to walk.
I get that. Not moving is like the hardest part of getting anything done when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah. Why can't I just never move ever again? Oh, that's dying. Oh fuck.
Yeah, they usually refer to that as dying.
Oh shoot.
Or I don't know, maybe you want to flash freeze yourself? You want to be like Walt Disney?
That'd be pretty cool. And, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Where were you going with that?
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah. So what were you gonna fucking say about being like Walt Disney get flash frozen?
Stretch.
Don't avoid the question, motherfucker.
This is gonna be a fun game.
I think it's gonna be great.
The American people deserve to know what bullshit you're hiding.
I mean, it's nothing I haven't told to Jake behind closed doors.
Which means you definitely shouldn't say it on stream, actually.
Say it though, it'll be funny.
No.
I mean, it's not my channel, so I'm kidding.
That's cold-blooded.
How you guys?
I'm doing good. I've been having a birthday.
Oh, happy birth! I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. You haven't said a word to me.
I haven't said it. I haven't said or done anything.
Yeah. There was this
I'm
guy.
sure
There was this guy with a real nice cock, though. Didn't know who he was.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday party. Clearly.
Stretch.
There we go. Last piece of pizza is gone.
I just remembered what happened last game, and I'm glad that I gave smooches.
Oh yeah.
Is good time.
You did the kissy face, and you're proud of yourself.
Good times for all. I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud that that's what I use my good boy coins on.
Also, hi Chad. Hi everybody in there. Thank you so
Hello,
much for the
chat.
birthday wishes, and all of you who did them over the course of the day, and you fucking lunatics who got presents.
Hello?
You didn't have to do that. Aw, Ike Meister, thank you for the follow. But yeah, we're here for some Final Fantasy. It's gonna be a great time. I hope. I think. You never know. Crazy Fox, don't you act so innocent. We all know what you
Who could
did.
have done such a thing?
We all know what
Look
you
around.
especially did.
I'll fucking do it again.
And
Fucking
Squeaky,
do
you
it.
especially.
Bitch, I'll do it again.
I mean, do you actually? Could you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a lot of money.
Don't, but do it. But don't.
Don't do it again, please. I'll be good. In fact, Squeaky, have some good boy coins. Have some good boy coins. Here, have a good boy coin just to calm
You hear this typing? It's me contacting all my artist friends that I know.
Oh, I thought that was you hacking. Wasn't that you doing 90s hacking?
No.
It sounded like
You mean every?
No, that's-
What you mean every movie hacking?
That's the sound of people with too much money commissioning too much art.
Squeaky, please. Think of everything you have to live for.
I don't have much.
Awesome.
I ran out.
I don't have much. 50% of it is Tristan, and the other 50% is Gallon.
God damn it.
And then we have like another 50% stashed away for blonde hair, blue eyed guys.
Nah.
I got your message. I'm on it.
I heard the typing that talks to all the artist friends. I'm on it.
I heard the call of my people. Oh,
Just
God
all of
damn
a
it.
sudden, like everybody just starts coming in. I'm on it. I'm on it. I heard it, Squeaky. I'm on it.
Avengers assemble.
Suddenly 9 more people joining the chat that didn't even have permissions.
Just all of them. I'm on it.
Half of you weren't even on the server. What the fuck?
Is that Kinkymation?
Oh, fucking I wish. Don't start. The moment she becomes fucking open. You don't understand.
God, I was trying to think of like big artist names, but I forget so many of like the Final Fantasy artist names.
Yeah. A lot.
They're just like, we heard you.
Hello there.
Oh, Mom Everest, thank you for the
Someone
follow.
used the call of Gondor.
Who lit
The
the
beacon.
beacon?
I love when I love when I well, this is just an assumption. I love when
Gondor calls for aid.
I love when I convert people to the whole.
Listen,
It's a big assumption, but it's always funny.
I
to
love
think about
that. I love that, like that little like comic where it's like has the really pale person and like they're like in the sun and their friends just like my eyes. Gondor calls for aid.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
I
that
will follow.
bad. You'll get a tan. The beacon.
The beacons have been lit. Really, it's not that bad at all. The big Gondor calls for me.
Oh
Man,
God.
not only was I able to get Jake gifts, I was also able to get assets. I have too much money.
I was also able to get ass.
Yeah, Tristan's over there.
I don't think she has to pay for that. I mean, like Tristan's right there.
Ass.
I mean, I buy
ass,
groceries.
ass,
That's like paying him, right?
Ass.
No, that's
Sure.
sustaining him. Very different. Oh my God.
Fucking your boss walks up just like, what? I've got you groceries.
I
Why
got,
you asking for money?
They're paying you money, gives you like a bag of Cheetos and half a roll.
I got you
Look,
McDonald's.
What I said was infinitely healthier than what you said.
I know, that's why I said it.
Actually, now that you guys mentioned food, let's do something really quick. While someone else considers doing the recap.
Hey, somebody else who wants to do the recap.
I was
So-
knocked out for 3 different times throughout the entire fight. I don't remember shit.
Don't make me roll the dice, I'll do it.
So we're thinking of getting Red Robin, and I'm kind of torn between 2 burgers. One of the burgers is, let me get to it.
I think Deco needs more good boy coins.
One of them's called the Southern Charm Burger. It's brown sugar glaze, candied bacon, Whiskey River barbecue sauce, cheddar cheese, and caramelized onions, and shredded. I fucking hate shredders. And mayonnaise on a bun. And then the other one's literally just mushroom and Swiss.
All right,
The
Jake.
first one, get the first
Alright,
one you said with the
alright,
87
alright,
items on
Jake.
it.
Alright?
Jake, you want a recap, fucker?
Yeah, I love recaps.
You want a fucking recap?
You
Oh,
want some
shit.
kneecaps?
Let's go. I know what I.
I just looked. I almost have a hype train. Almost. Also, Lindo, thank you so much for the resub.
Everybody, last time on Final Fantasy Surging Shadows, Session 4, we had all came to be. We had Anthony playing Nihilus, we had Squeaky playing Trin, and we had me playing Manuel. The three amigos, never separated from anything, always going at it. We were talking about food for a really long time, and that was pretty fun. Talking about the best way to make potatoes. And eventually we settled on like these potato cakes that have like stuff in them. And that was pretty good. And like I think that that'd be really good because I've made something like that before and I know it's pretty good. Potato cakes are pretty freaking sweeto, you know? Just
Yeah.
gotta make sure you fill them with the right things. Uh, then game happened, and then we ended.
You motherfucker.
As they had decided we're gonna be going off into the sewers, and these other guys are gonna go to these crypts because ghosts. And we were, and Trin was like, I don't want to go to any ghosts. We can go into the sewers. I think that'd be a good idea, and I'm gonna get on this guy's shoulders because he's my best friend, and we're best friends forever, and we're inseparable, and we've always been friends, and here he is. Um, and so we went down into the sewers. Manuel carrying Trin and Nihilus making his way forward. What were they doing down there? I can't remember fucking. But they eventually found a secret door that brought them into the lower parts of the castle.
Oh my
The captain said it was around, and they found it. It was pretty good. They brought themselves up into a nice little area that had not a lot of stuff in it, except for eventually after a bit, it had some cat puke in it, but we'll talk about that later. Um, and then we stepped into a room where it had a bunch of people strapped down and a bunch of bad guys, and everyone decided to murder. So they all got murdered except for the people who were pinned down because some of them were already pre-murdered, but two of them wasn't. So we let one of them up and he ran away. And we let the other one up, and he's like, "Hi, I am Xander. I'm the captain, or I'm kind of one of these guard boys, and my captain's being a big butt, and they threw me down here, and I don't want to not I want to not be like them." As he pointed over to a boy that was like got his head caved open and got the little gem sticking out of it taken out. I don't know what happened to him. Like I don't know, somebody caved his head open and opened him up. But they ended up with 2 gems, and then they kept going forward, and they found this fucking bunny boy. And Bunny Boy was like, "Hey guys, this is my dragon lady that I found, and there she is."
Not a
And
dragon.
she's like, "Hey, what's up?" It's kind of like a dragon.
Not a dragon.
Like, it's kind of like a dragon. Like, look at her. There's a little dragon there.
Not a dragon.
Turns out that it's Nihilus's sister. Uh,
Technically, no, but also probably.
and you know, even if it isn't by blood, it's like stepsister. Uh, and
They're just like the Garuda.
they let them out as well as all the other people who were held there as they all ran away through the cat puke, which I realized I didn't talk about. Trim puked. It was fun. We threw a red flag over it. Um, and whenever they kept going, there's like, "Hey, by the way, I don't think we should leave until we save the princess." And everybody's like, "Well, I mean, fuck, we don't have anything else to do, I guess." So we kept going further in, and there was some demons, and we murdered them, and that was pretty fun. Nihilus almost died. That wasn't as fun. Um, and we got our stuff back, and that was super fun. I kept going further in. More boyos decided to show up. These zombie boyos, and they're like, "Hey, we appreciate not being on fire." And Trin was like, "Oh ho ho, is that the case, good sirs? Well, how about all of this fire?" And there was lots of fire that was thrown, and they're like, "Well, at least that's all the fire." And then it's like, "Oh ho ho," says Juliet. "You think that that is enough fire?" And then there was more fire. Those guys were dead. We went into a room where there was like this big evil dude, and he's like, "Oh ho ho! I felt like you thought there was enough fire," and he was on fire after a minute. At first he wasn't, but then he was. And then we peed on him, and now he's dead. He also took down Nihilus first. Nihilus went down like 3 times.
Yeah, he
in
died
the
like
course
3 times yesterday.
of all of those the other day. But luckily enough, just in the nick of time, at the very end, Nihilus was able to fucking beast mode into a swinging uppercut sword fight, slicing through the fire and flames, and we killed him. He's dead now. Then Titan came in like, what did I miss? Carried everybody out. We made our way back here to this little section here, and now I got to smooch on Nihilus's stepsis.
Man, I can't believe Nihilus is about to come in. Be like, what are you doing, step bro?
Oh, also, I guess we saved the princess, and she's all like, "Oh, we should go and do some," and yeah.
Very good. You're gonna get some good boy coins for that. Also, Linda, thank you again for the resub. Crazy Fox, thank you for the 100 bits. Lord of Sabit, thank you for $6 and giving everybody a good boy coin. And Dico, here you go. You're gonna get 3 good boy coins today.
Oh, I got 3 good boy coins.
Yeah. Don't you
Fuck.
feel so good?
Yeah, I'm gonna use them to smooch the dragon lady more.
God damn it. But yeah, thank you so much for that recap. That was very helpful. I appreciate it. Very concise
I
and
remember
accurate.
things.
Except for that part
I
about
remember.
her being a dragon. That might not have been completely accurate.
I mean, look at her.
Not a dragon. It's,
Dragon.
no, she's just got horns.
Dragon.
Or tiefling dragons?
Dragon.
You know, that's fine.
Dragon.
But yeah. You know, I was thinking though. Oh. Well,
Hooray.
I hope you liked your good boy coins.
No! Who did it? Who fucking did it? No!
Thank you, Crazy Fox, for the $12.
Crazy Fox, why? Crazy Fox, you did this?
Crazy
You
Fox
did this to me? Crazy Fox, why?
No.
I worked hard for those good boy coins. Ike Master, you did help. Fuck you too. I worked hard for those good boy coins. Now I can't smooch the dragon. Can I use this to smooch the dragon?
Yeah, that's an auto success.
Hell yeah. I already succeeded at kissing the dragon. I don't need to do that.
But you know, because it's my birthday, I thought maybe you guys should have a gift.
Uh-oh. Is this a gift, Jake?
Yeah.
Is this a gift or is this a curse?
I don't know.
Yep.
If you get certain cards, maybe it is a curse.
I take this one. Now let it be revealed.
Fucking flip it.
I put all my faith in this card. Now let it be revealed.
Oh hey,
It's a
Wrong
bird.
game.
I got a bird.
got familiar.
Yay.
I got bird.
Bird is good bird.
Hold on.
I has good bird.
Out of everything, I forgot to open the thing with the descriptions for these.
I have good bird. Bird good bird.
Go ahead.
Bird. I have bird. Bird.
Armory for Anthony.
Wait,
Or was that for
Anthony-
you, Squeaky?
I mean, Anthony can have it.
No, you drew it.
No.
You get it. You can make an item.
I got an anatomically correct organ.
Oh hey.
So reveal
So-
what these cards do.
So for the familiar, you get a familiar.
Oh fuck! I have a third familiar.
Exactly what it says on the fucking tin.
Yeah, whenever you want to use it, you can like turn certain creatures you guys will encounter into familiars. Like you could turn it into Boko and get a tiny chocobo.
I choose Juliet as my familiar.
I thought you were gonna say I choose Manuel for my familiar. Like a very high pitched yard.
And it's not that you get the individual in turn, you get,
I will get a tiny Juliet as a familiar.
you get a tiny Aura.
A wind up aura.
Here you go, you get some good boy coins. But yeah, it's one of
I got
it's
good boy coins.
it's one of the ones like Armoire where like you get to put a little creativity into it, sort it out, and we can definitely look at that one later.
Yes.
As
I'm more excited about the good boy coins. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
that's perfect. That's fine. I'm just saying what you got.
Thank
And then
you,
we
man.
got Armoire for Squeaky, which we've been over before, so Squeaky can
It's
make
so
whatever the fuck she
good.
wants with it.
We have earrings with those now.
And over here, Anthony has slowly been accruing cards.
Anthony,
Power
you're going to have to
grows.
use one of these, man.
Fuck you, I do. I'm waiting until we're at the final boss. I'm popping all of them at once.
Would it really upset you if I told you the final boss is fake card immunity?
I didn't
Oh.
mean to use on him. I meant to use on everyone else.
I can't believe it. You used them all against Deco just to kill him before the boss goes down.
I like to play my ambush, my sacrifice, my master, my heart, my second ambush, my third ambush.
I'd like to use my armoire to make me immune to fake cards.
You got the.
I'd like to use it. I like to use an armoire to make a
me
weapon.
immune to fake cards.
I like to use. I like.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Fuck you.
No!
Every time they get their your
Mama,
hopes up,
first why? You gave me those!
they
I want-
slap them back down.
I want to use my armoire to make a door that gets me the fuck out of here.
Doors can't help you here.
Oh, now I'm one crystal away from another freaking card.
I know, such a tragedy.
Yeah, it's such a fucking problem having the surges of light.
Coins.
They are objectively better.
No, they're not. They're not good boy coins.
No, they're good crystals of shutting the fuck up and be happy.
And
I
this,
just.
and this, guests, is an example of what they call a specimen that they call. That was a redundancy, but this is what they call an ungrateful bitch.
An ungrateful bitch who works for his good boy coins. I don't see you guys doing things for your good boy coins. Because you're not good boys.
No, I'm not. I'm not good or a boy.
How dare you? Boy's gender neutral term.
It is with an eye.
Squeaky, you can totally be a good boy. You choose not to be.
You're right. Let me go find an Oscar Mayer and stick it in my fucking pants.
I wanna be an Oscar Mayer wiener.
And then we've got the last one, the heart, which is not just making someone fall in love with you. You can alter anyone's thoughts or feelings on any particular subject, person, or generally alter their disposition. So long as they're not mind controlled.
Hey.
They have to have free will for it to work.
On today's episode of Impractical Methods of Cooking.
Oh no, Squeaky, don't.
That's where I bridged the jokes. That was really bad.
God damn it, Squeaky. You know, apparently that was funny enough for Crazy Fox to want to give you some good boy coins.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Crazy Fox.
There you go, you have 5 coins now.
Thank you.
Look at you.
Look at me.
With all these good boy coins.
Yeah.
I told you Squeaky could be a good boy if she decided to. Or if people force her to monetarily.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's ready.
My god. So we come back to the night as Nihilus was having a nice rest. Titan was just doing push-ups on the floor. Esphere was having some light cuddling and kisses. Kaze, you know, he was over here. And Trin was going back to the castle with Hilda and Xander. So while you guys are all exhausted, was there anything in particular any of you wanted to do before going to rest for the night?
I died 3 times. I'm gonna lay down.
Alright.
Cuddles.
Nihilus
No,
is
Spoons.
consumed by Boko.
Spoons. uh,
Forks,
pets,
knives, forks.
Smooch. The
Six.
sweet dreams. You too. Meh.
As Sphere and Juliet are gonna have a good night. And Trent? Anything for you?
I don't know because I know that we're a bit on a timer due to Anthony's situation. So I don't know if I should.
Yeah, it's all good. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, do what you want to do. I've got things sorted out for the in-between.
Do you have anything you want to do?
I know like things kind of led into Trent going to talk to the princess. But I don't particularly know if I want to do that.
You basically just wanted to go and get a good bed, from what I remember.
I know that there was also like
It's up to you. If you want to have a word with her, that's something completely within the time plan. Don't you worry, girl. I had it fully in consideration. Again, technically speaking, if we get to a certain thing too quickly, we'll have to end early either way.
Technically speaking, we're spending more time figuring it out if you want to do something.
All good.
If you want to do it, you can go ahead. If not, you don't have to. It is completely there for you, though, girl.
I haven't thought too much on it because of other stuff, but I feel weird now. I'm sorry.
No, I mean here, yes or no. Like both of them are good answers. Like no is just as valid answer as yes. Like it could just be going and getting bed, or if you have something you want to say, you can say it.
Hold on. Let me just roll a dice on it. I can't decide.
What are you rolling a dice on?
Because I don't.
It's no big deal. If you want to roll dice to make up your mind, go ahead.
Yeah, he'll talk to her. The dice rolled 12, so we'll talk to her.
Alright. So, while back at the house, Sphere and Juliet are getting a good night's rest. The pirates are celebrating. Titan is celebrating in his own way. Nihilus is dead on the floor with Boko preserving his corpse for later consumption. You take the stroll back with Xander and Hilda. There aren't that many people out during the night, but you do draw a few stares due to the fact the princess is dressed in her usual regalia.
Just as like people, as he catches people looking at it, he just holds his hands up.
As you do that, they completely back up. They're like, okay, something weird's going on here. But you make your way back to the palace. There's a very brief swarming of Princess, what are you doing out here? What happened? There was shit on fire. People are dead, and all the prisoners are gone.
Hi. I had nothing to do with that, right, Princess?
Well, in a manner of speaking, you did.
What do you mean? You just took it astray.
As many of the guards look very baffled and confused. Men, tend to the damages, send out orders in the morning for every guard we have running around the city to, report to the castle. And, everything is fine. As with that, they are all still completely baffled looking. But they
Well,
just
you heard the princess! Chomp chomp, get to it!
give me a charisma.
Man, I'm just gonna use this good boy coin.
Alright. Oh man. Look at this good boy coin. As
17.
we'll say it's intimidation with an unnat 20. They all straighten up like, yes sir. As they're like, wait, why are we saying yes sir to him? Does it really matter if he's saying the thing she just said? As they all start scattering.
And that's how you do it.
As when you step inside, she'll motion you towards the side of the building you'd originally snuck in on. I'll take you to some quarters over here.
Yeah. You're really not used to being in any sort of charge, are you, Princess?
A small bit. I'm used to telling servants what to do. Asking a guard for help or to take care of something for me.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of ordering people around, but I mean, like, being demanding, having been in some sort of control, you know? You're the future monarch of this place. I mean, you are, right? You're not just getting married off or anything like that. You're not just like a political figurehead or anything like that, right?
I don't believe so. I don't think my father had any plans like that, but these last few months have been very strange.
What else has been happening around here?
Just that sorcerer when he showed up. He seemed perfectly friendly at first, but some nobles started being friendly with him, started acting strange. The captain used to be very friendly, but now, as you saw, he never left me unattended without those goons of his. Everything's become very wrong here, I guess, since he showed up.
How long ago did you say he showed up?
I want to say a month, maybe 2 ago.
Not really that much. Actually, quite a bit of good time for things to turn topsy-turvy.
But, well, led to me being under watch all the time is when I started trying to confront my father about what was going on. And, well, next thing I knew, the captain was telling me not to leave my room, and my father had left.
Have you heard of your father?
Not since.
Did he just go off somewhere? Did he just disappear? Where'd he go?
I heard through whisperings to the manor, but, I mean, at this point he could be. Technically anywhere. It's why I wanted to ask you and your friends to look for him there, if you could.
I mean, Nihilus is always about doing the right thing and helping people out, so he'd probably be down for it. I mean, well, what do we get out of it?
What do you want? I can arrange for that carriage,
Hmm.
and that can be yours to keep, of course.
I mean, a free carriage is a free carriage.
For more than that, I would have to look at our coffers, what treasures we still have here. Besides those earrings I handed off, those are yours to keep.
Have you thought about what might happen if we don't find him? Or we do, but he's, gone.
I'll have to take charge at that point.
Yeah? And what are you gonna do? You heard Juliet over there. Thinks you're incompetent. Thinks you don't know nothing. But I don't believe that. You gotta have some education. You're royalty, right?
I know plenty. From my tutors, the Empire doesn't think little of those. Well, much of anything of people who can't cast magic, and I certainly don't fall into that category. Though, where we are in the world is very precarious spot. It hasn't happened in any recent time, but back in the old days when the Empire and Republic fought regularly, our land was their battleground. it was the only comfortable passage they had to each other.
Okay, you know your history. What do you know about Leiden? Surely you've been groomed for at least that, right?
I have understanding of the economy and been tutored on military, though I have no practical experience with either that much.
Hmm. When you look out and you see your people, what do you think about?
How I can make their lives better.
Yeah?
And even if I don't completely know how to do that, there are certainly people I can look to help me.
Like what? Other nobles? Advisors?
Noblemen, soldiers, merchants, foreign dignitaries at times if need be.
The ears just kind of go like up and down, like, I like these answers. You want to be a people's princess? Is that it?
I wouldn't say that, I just want to see my kingdom prosper.
In order to do that, you gotta know your people, though. Like, what do you think? You say to make their lives easier. What do you think that means?
Letting trade flow again, sending all of these drafted guards home. Dealing with these monsters in the woods, all of those are good starters.
Yeah? What about infrastructure? Education?
I don't completely know the status of those things now, other than they're probably in shambles, so I need to get back to rebuilding those.
You gonna go check them out yourself? See what they need?
I hope to. So,
Hmm.
the biggest worry right now is, as you saw Juliet's response, and I had a word with that pirate. If we're not strong, we just might become a war zone again.
It's very true. Yeah, he's right. You need strong people. But you also need smart people. You need caring people. Hmm.
Is why the thing that he mentioned offhand, but I've been thinking about is petitioning the Alliance. If I join them, then their support becomes mine, and it would stop the Empire Republic from marching in.
The Alliance. Rubs chin. Do I know anything about them?
Yeah, they're this motley little crew of smaller nations. If you want to look at this big map over here,
Your map. Your
they
map.
they run most of the places. Islands off the coast. A few borderline settlements, things like that.
Yeah.
There's a group of them that are mostly pirates and people who were driven off the mainland when the Empire was expanding south and taking over the center of the world. They've got a little city on the tip of the coast that are generally they just ended up joining at their own accord. They were looking to unify a lot of small villages and become
Mhm.
closer to like what Finn is now, which have like actual like towns and establishments compared to them.
Yeah.
And then in the east side, there's a lot of were a lot of warlords around until how do I put this? Well, I mean, the old story is basically that an old hero ascended to deification and married their chosen man to become emperor, and their bloodline rules from there.
Hmm.
And one last thing. And then that region is mostly divided between the east, the far east, and the west. For a long time, there used to be basically like two lords.
Yeah.
Until the alliance came along and ended up settling their differences and unifying themselves.
In this one right here, this one that looks like Australia.
Yeah, this whole region down here. It used to be
Okay.
this big house, and then this island over here fought a lot, but nowadays they're allies.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's the alliance.
Yeah, I guess the Alliance could help you out. But then you're just scratching backs and they scratch yours. Don't you also want to be a little bit independent? I guess if your kingdom is still small, then again, yeah. Coming together is good, but at some point you've got to grow.
Well, growing involves invasion at that point, doesn't it?
It's a strong word, but it is the word. Some people would say conquering. Some people would say obtaining. I say what you mean.
I wouldn't want to invade people. It's not been my father's way, and it's not been mine. We used to be conquered a long time ago until our heroes, ones who fashioned those earrings originally, saved us.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. So it's just, not wanting to repeat history and be on the bad side of it.
It's a lesson we learned early.
If you had started moving your mouth before in front of Juliet instead of in front of me, maybe you could have put her in a place.
Maybe it won't stop her or change her report.
Sometimes you don't need to do that. Sometimes you just gotta put people in the place.
Maybe.
They'll turn over in time. I mean, don't crush them. I'm not saying crush them. I'm saying remind them where they stand. You're still a princess after all. And soon you'll be queen.
I hope not too soon.
I mean, prepare for the worst and expect the best. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just an alley cat, run of the mill, country hick. What do I know? Right? Grin.
Well, you clearly know a lot more than you think, asking all these things of me.
I'm one of the people. Just opens arms, and we always wonder what our rulers are thinking about us behind closed doors, what they plan to do to change our everyday lives. For you guys, it's a flick of the wrist, and for us, it's a push down a hill.
I'll be mindful of that.
That's good.
I'll have to be mindful of the decisions I make if I'm the one in charge. Otherwise, things will go very bad around here.
If we find your father alive, can I make a suggestion?
Yes?
I mean, you don't seem arrogant or uppity or anything like that. I'm not going to say you are, but have you ever stepped away from your kingdom? Ever really left it? Traveled around?
No. Besides, well, inside our lands. A few trips to the manor, once on a boat it was very fun.
Hmm. Have you ever wanted to?
I can't particularly say I have.
Never been even curious what's really out there? And places that you have no control over? Where you're just like everybody else? Where your title don't means anything?
Hmm.
Or your people don't even know your title is one that exists?
It sounds interesting.
It can be. Traveling around, doing whatever you want, being like everybody else. Truly getting to know people. Because they don't know who you are. And you don't know who they are. You don't know where they stand. And they don't know where you stand. I think it's the best way to know people. You can see what they hide, what they want to show. Decide for yourself who they are. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense to me.
I think it does. People will try to act proper around someone proper. They'll
Exactly.
think different of a criminal than they would a innocent looking person.
See what people's true colors are.
I guess it is a little bit of what that sorcerer did. He certainly seemed friendly until he didn't have to be.
They use the term expanding your palate when they talk about tasting new foods. Why can't we do it with people?
True. Maybe I'll try it if I'm able to travel. Anytime soon, at least.
I'm glad to hear that. Who knows? You might learn some things about yourself you didn't even know were possible once you start finding out all the new colors. You find the best way to truly paint yourself. But that's just the words of an alley cat. An alley cat that's tired and wants a nice warm bed with the fluffy pillows. Oh, you got red chocobo down, fat? How rare are red chocobos?
I don't like to think about how many died to get those feathers.
How rare are red chocobos?
Very.
Ah,
Also known as exceptionally lethal chocobos.
that's the thing. It's just like, God, it's been a while since I've slept on a red chocobo. Never tried.
Squeaky, they
It's-
cast meteor when they show up.
They are terrifying killers.
Red chocobo down.
I wanna ride one.
The stuff of legends that I've never had in my life. You've got that right, though. You've got that, don't you, princess? You've got to have at least one.
I believe it's my father's pillow. I could fetch it for you.
You've never. Oh no! You should sleep on that one. You got a black one?
I'm sure there are plenty.
Yeah. Let's do that.
We all know the best chocobo feather pillow is the golden chocobo.
Those are the chocobo and spoken about in legend.
It's through legend or a lot of inbreeding.
It's golden, but it doesn't know how to walk anymore. We have to reteach it how to swallow. They keep starving to death. It's really not good. Darwin would not be proud.
Well, we are at your room at least, if you'd like to go rest now.
Oh, goodness. Just slinks in and just plops on a bed. Thank you. You just see the tail just peek out from like a bundle of like blankets as the tail just is wagging. Thanks for listening to me too.
It was interesting. You have a good rest. For an alley cat, you're very well learned.
Well, been to a lot of I've been to a lot of alleys. Come from quite the alley myself. Maybe if you ever care to, I'll tell you more about it.
Maybe once all this is over.
Maybe. You'd be surprised what you have in common with people.
Have a good night.
Night!
That's just like one of the guards that's like standing corner, like shirks, like jumps at the shout.
Just like squirms in bed. Oh god, how long has it been?
As you'll go to rest for the night, everybody will have a lovely night of sleep. As, let's go with Nihilus is first to wake up. I feel that's appropriate, being the first to collapse.
I have several broken bones.
You awaken Nihilus. Still a little bit
squeaky.
achy.
Squeaky, that link. Go to it.
Anyway.
But you are in complete darkness and feel uncomfortably warm.
Is it safe to say that it's probably Boko on top of me?
Do you try to move?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't move, but this thing pinning you to the ground is very squishy.
Off, Boko. Push.
Hold on.
Push.
Give me your charisma.
A
11.
Should this be an animal handling check, or is this just charisma?
Result will be the same either way.
Oh yeah.
As there's a
Damn.
little bit of pushing, a little bit of get off. You eventually feel Boko move. As Boko leans down and starts rubbing his face against your face with a queh.
I'm fine. He's like patting him and scratching him like usually good boy, Boko.
Queh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you're alive!
I feel like death, but they haven't taken me yet.
Legitimately, I thought you were dead under there, and the chocobo just mistook you for an egg.
Nah, I'm fine. Thanks for the concern, though.
It wasn't that much concern. I could have probably gone for help or something.
I'm made of tougher stuff. It's alright. It's gonna take more than yesterday to keep me down.
Yeah, what happened? I took on a swarm of guards and died. I mean, I got it filled in, but, like, what happened to you?
Nihilus recounts the events that he can like of when he was conscious and then goes out. And then I blacked out. But when I woke up, and he continues, and then I went blacked out again. But when I woke up this time, and then as I was starting to black out, I swung as hard as I could, and then I blacked out.
Oh, wow. Well, at least you're alive, as he gives you a really hard slap on the back.
Yep.
It would have been a
I'm most
shame to lose
certainly
you.
alive.
After all, you're the closest thing to a man here.
That's not true.
I mean, I am here.
You're a god. It's a
And
little different
I can
than
be
a
a
man.
manly god.
A manly god, but not quite a man. You're far greater than that. Nihilus like pulls like shakily stands out like ooh. But I get your meaning. The others could strive to learn how to do a push-up or two.
See, that's exactly what I mean. They need to lift.
Ugh. And they do great for what they do. So I can't fault them for that. So it's my job to be this, I suppose. Being a Dark Knight and all.
Charging into the fray, almost dying repeatedly.
Exactly.
I respect that.
Well, it's what we do. We don't seem to get much appreciation for all of our hard work from certain individuals, but it's not about appreciation in the end. It's about doing what's right.
But you should be appreciated.
It'd be nice.
Especially if you're a king.
Hmm.
Like me.
Well,
I
I'm
deserve to be
not.
appreciated.
Of course, you appreciate it, Lord Titan. I apologize for your dilapidated shrine. We should have more respect for all gods, I think.
Oh, please keep going.
It's-
No,
I'm
I
not
mean
too-
that literally. Like, keep praising me. It gives me strength.
When I can think of more appropriate prayers to the Earth Father, I'll most certainly give them to you directly.
See, that's the spirit. As you get another hard slap on the back.
He like stumbles forward just a little, like. "Mm." Yep, I'm alive.
Good. Good.
I almost felt my soul leave me that time, actually.
Oh, dang. I mean, I thought you were made of harder stuff than that.
Normally I am. I feel like some of my bones might be made of gelatin at the moment.
Have you considered bones made of stone?
Hmm.
Or iron? Oh, what about adamantine? Man, if only I could
Yeah.
give you adamantine bones.
If only I were rich enough to try and afford that kind of thing. How would that work? I'd settle for adamantine armor.
Oh, but that's just armor. What if you were just
Well,
completely adamantine? I like that.
hmm. I don't know. You can't get. I don't know. I've always been used to having flesh. It's very
It's
warm.
overrated.
Perhaps I do need a fresh perspective on that kind of thing. But this is a thought for later, when I think I can survive having my body covered in adamantine. Being made out of adamantine, I miss my muscles.
Oh no, your
Hmm.
muscles would be adamantine.
I see why people worship you for more than just the fact you're a god. You're a very tempting person.
I am great. Sadly, I
Indeed
wouldn't be
you
able
are.
to do it to you.
Hmm.
Not enough of me here.
Well, hopefully we find more of those pieces of you on this journey.
Man, that would be awesome. As you and Titan have the nice little discussion. Sphere,
What's up?
you wake up
Perfect.
alone.
She pumped and dumped you.
There was no pumping. What do you mean? There's no pumping involved.
Wow, you got really screwed out of anything there.
Nah, dude, I got exactly what I wanted from that situation. And she had decided to go and talk to her stepbro. I'm kidding. No,
But
he wakes up.
yeah,
Just
you
like,
wake up alone in bed.
I lay back in bed.
As you lay back in bed. Oh, you're awake.
I know how this is gonna. I know how this is gonna end. We're gonna be on a fucking carriage for the next like couple of days or whatever. I'm fucking relaxing until someone makes me come out.
You
Fucking on the road, clickety clack of the fucking horses, rickety rack of the wheels. Fuck that shit. This is stable. I'm laying on it until someone tells me I have to leave, or until I get bored.
Uh,
Do I get bored?
yeah. Do you look around the room while you lay there?
I'll look around the room. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you see Juliet sitting in a chair reading a book.
Oh, okay. See, that's fine. That's fun. I keep laying in the bed.
You're not
But
going
I
to
will
address her.
I will look over. I'll just kind of like look over at her, see what kind of book she reading.
It is the book to all things demon for starter black mages.
Ah, this world is weird.
Yeah.
But no, as he just like looks up, sees her reading, it's just like, you're pretty studious.
Huh? Oh, good morning. Glad you're awake. I made you a breakfast. As she puts the book down and scuffles over to a little counter and grabs a tray off it and brings it over to you.
You didn't have to.
No, you're a
Thank
holy
you.
man. I wouldn't want you to have to labor to make your own food.
Hmm. Not gonna lie, Juliet. After like like hugging and stuff, and like just casually hanging out and doing some like sleeping stuff. Like it feels weird, like knowing that be like, oh, I'll make you breakfast because you're super holy man. Like
I mean, of course. I mean, like, you're also nice too, but it's my sworn duty.
okay. I mean that's fair. Yeah, that's understandable. Uh, I'm just not. I guess I'm just not used to that kind of thing. What is it though?
As you look, you see a nice little freshly squeezed orange juice and some pancakes.
Look, I'm not saying that I'm too offended to eat it or anything, or like too uncomfortable. I mean, I'll definitely. He's like grabbing the tray as he's talking, but like, like, uh, are. Hmm, I guess that is a question. You're planning on coming with us, when we go after this guy, right?
Um, that was my plan. Yes.
Next breakfast on me then.
Why would it be on you?
He opens his mouth for a second, closes it, thinks on it for a moment, shakes his head. No, I mean I'll do it.
No,
I'll
no,
make it or I'll get it.
no. A holy man like you should never have to pay for things or make breakfast for somebody else, especially.
But why?
You you have far more important things to do, being a conduit of the universe.
like what?
I don't actually know. She like shrinks down.
I know literally less than you about any of this. So like I don't know what better to do with my time. And I mean, I've made food for myself like most of my life. So like it's not that I hate it or anything. And in fact, I might be pretty good at it.
Oh, I mean,
Especially like having access to things that are better than what I usually would make for myself.
shouldn't you be like communing with the divine, like Lord Titan, or
He's downstairs.
or keeping the cosmic balance, or
Oh,
causing the
I'm doing that. I
downfall
have
of the
to.
Republic?
I mean, I don't not want that. Uh, how do I put it? I have a quest that I was given by Lord Titan. At least by like a much bigger version of him. Um, and it's to go and warn um, all of the other deities out there. Mostly, I suppose those that can't really be warned by anyone else. Uh, People similar to him, maybe not someone like Lord Ifrit or anything, but like maybe some of the others. I'm warning them that someone's coming after them. I don't know who it is or what they're doing, but someone had attacked him in his own domain and defeated him. And when they did, what you see downstairs is all that's left of him. So I guess like the whole aiding the cosmos thing is kind of what I'm doing, but I mean I can't do that all the time. In fact, I'm basically waiting to be able to do it for whenever I find more shrines and stuff.
I mean, if you really want to. He's like awkwardly poking her fingers together.
Yeah, I mean, like he shrugs. I'd feel a lot less awkward about it, to be honest, if it was like a mutual thing. Otherwise, it's like taking advantage of a friend, you know?
Oh, we're friends?
Uh, He's like stops for a second, like, wait.
I'm friends with a holy man? That's amazing. Everybody back at school is going to be so jealous.
I mean, I yeah, I'd like to think we are. If you're fine with that.
Oh, absolutely. It's just not a decision I could ever make. I mean, your station far outranks mine.
Uh, hmm. He thinks to himself, like, I mean, I kind of decided that I was Lord Eli's friend. Questions for later. Anyway, uh, I mean, the main thing that I would think, we've gone through quite a lot to not be friends, right? We were uh, held against our will together. You helped me whenever I got hurt. Uh, we defeated this super evil tyrant. We smooched a little. Like, we've been through so much to not be friends. And you made me breakfast, and I appreciate it.
Oh, wait. Smooching special in the Republic?
Uh, is it not special in the Empire?
You haven't been to the Academy.
Ha!
Listen, I need to know more, and you're gonna tell me while I'm eating, okay?
Well,
Because this is sounding better and better.
Well, I mean, I don't know how big a deal it is for the common folk. While you're eating, she goes on. The Academy and people there are not nobles, nor are they commoners, so, they get they're in a very loose social rank.
Yeah. He's just like listening, like his ears have now perked up out of the freaking out of the bandana. They're just sticking straight up. He's like eating, and as he is, he's just like, they're like, "Is it special to you?" It's like, "Oh no, I've only ever kissed 2 people, so like this is great."
Wow, the Republic is so... How can they be
Oh, they
so...
hated me there.
How can they be so hedonistic, but so cagey at the same time?
Oh, the only thing I got close to any sort of kissing or anything was whenever people punched me. This is great.
But yeah, apparently, like, things are pretty relaxed at the Academy, so at least for the students.
I would love to see the Academy. I would love to see the Academy someday. Can we see the Academy someday?
I mean, once all this is done and I have captured or proof of the sorcerer's death, I'm gonna head straight home, so yeah. I mean, if you're coming.
Uh, I mean, hmm. I'd have to talk to Nihilus and Trin. I mean, I know that we just lost. hmm, I know that we just lost Oreo and everything, but I was still hoping that they would help me find more shrines, and I don't know if going all the way back to the academy might be best. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what my next goal is, to be honest.
Mm.
Nihilus wants to talk with as many deities as he can because of his reasons, but I need to make sure that I warn people. Do you know of any shrines other than those of the big 3 off near the academy?
Uh, there's
Anything
Ifrit,
like Titan?
Eva, Ramu, um, there's Odin under the palace itself.
So just those 4, huh?
I mean, you could always try talking to the Archfey. They're technically deific, though also our mortal enemies. But they'd probably welcome you. I mean, you're not from the Holy City, so I actually don't know if you bear the blessing of their protection or not. Um,
Hmm.
Otherwise, not really. I could probably, like, help you with research. The Academy has plenty of books.
I guess that's true. And maybe these Archfey know of more people I can go and talk to? I'm sorry if they're, I mean, is it like enemies? Like, I know literally nothing about the Empire.
Oh, they're horrible abominations that steal our children and replace them
Oh!
with changeling monster things.
Oh! Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I hear somebody that went into their forest got turned into a tree.
Oh! But they're fine with me?
The Holy City in there and the path to it is the only safe place in there.
Ah. Oh, I guess I'd, hmm. You see his ears kind of go down for a bit. It's just like, actually, I'm not sure what I want to do about that. I mean, I keep hearing about the Holy City and stuff, and that there's a lot of potential people like me there, but it's kind of intimidating to think about, to be honest. I mean, knowing that I don't know anything, they might not even want me there, you know? Mm.
I'm sure you'd be welcomed. They're relatively friendly, from what I hear at least. I've never been there myself.
And that's near the academy?
Well, close to the capital, into the forest.
Hmm. I don't have anything better to do. If Trin and Nihilus are up for it, I'd like to maybe see if I can meet someone like me and see what they think of me at the very least. And if they have an aversion to me, then maybe I won't go to the city. But if they don't, then it wouldn't be. Hmm,
It's, I guess, not a decision you need to rush to.
yeah. I mean, I shouldn't even be going against my quest. I mean, right now I've talked to Titan and the Warrior of Light, and I need to find other shrines. I mean, apparently the Warrior of Light isn't even like a deity or anything. But I mean, I guess some people thought the same of Titan. I don't really understand.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call him a deity, I'd probably call him a sacred idol for those who care about heroism.
Hmm.
I care about it, in the name of the Empire.
I just need to find more people like that, just in case they're being attacked. I mean, from what I feel like they are. That darkness that was going around, it was very similar to what we had seen over at that shrine. And again, you see Titan the way he is now, but he was big before, humongous, and his entire heart was ripped out. It's crazy. And uh, I may have an idea on who might know something about it, but I kind of don't want that the answer to that question because like it's kind of awkward to ask because like we smooched and mm.
No, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh no, I said I smooched two people. It's the other of the two people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That I don't think that you had anything to do with ripping out Titan's heart. Don't worry.
Hmm.
I mean, you probably could do something like you have magic and stuff. I don't think Titan's immune to fire like that other guy was.
I don't believe so, but,
You could ask.
well, he is an inferior deity. It's not a surprise that somebody was able to best him without also being deific.
I mean, he was huge though. Like really big. Like Juliet, like he was. You think he's big now, right? Like he was huge.
She like vigorously nods her head. Yes. And the Trinity are far superior.
That's crazy. I'm afraid of meeting them, but I should probably also warn them.
Well,
Nom nom.
while you eat, I'll go make sure everyone else is getting ready.
Oh no, I should probably go downstairs and check on Niles. He sits up, still holding the tray.
Oh, okay. Come on.
I hope he didn't die.
Hey, you're still alive!
Hey, you're still alive!
Oh, yeah.
Swallows.
Alive.
Nihilus!
Yes, I am alive. I thought we could. Hello, Sphere.
I was worried because, like, man, you went down a lot yesterday.
That's nothing. He did.
Does that happen often with you?
We Dark Knights are trained to do things like that. He wasn't quite he wasn't exactly a demon, but I fought far worse things than him. Mostly my trainers and the Fey God.
So I should probably think to save a lot more of my spells to help you up, huh?
You do whatever you feel is right with your spells.
Well, I mean, now that Lord Titan is back with us, that we should be fine. I shouldn't have to worry about using anything for anything. I'll just keep them for healing. It's fine.
Unless Lord Titan falls in battle.
Looks over to him. No, he's fine.
No
Yeah.
offense, that is, Poor Titan.
How many did you end up like beating before they took you down? Like looking to Titan.
Oh, he's on mute.
Oh. Quick, while he's away, let's talk about how much we appreciate him.
Kind of bitch.
That's a completely different energy than what I was thinking.
Hello, everybody.
Well,
God damn it.
Uh,
I heard a crashing noise, so I went and muted. It was nothing.
It was
But
not-
don't worry, we didn't say anything.
I heard everything. I had my headset on still.
Mm. It's fine.
No, it's just things getting packed up and cleaned out for Anthony. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that. Oh
It's
yeah, I
alright.
took down a few of them though.
Just thumbs up.
Yeah, I see thumbs up back.
Are we gonna just like takes like another like bit of the food that was made for him? It's like, are we gonna go and get Tren? Are we like meeting Tren there, or are they meeting us here?
I would not mind paying a visit to the castle. One more time, at least.
Can you guys keep it down as cluttering onto the bar counter through the back door?
Well, you had a restful sleep, didn't you?
I was celebrating properly, and then you guys went and made noise with your mouth holes.
Here, bottles don't.
Captain?
This is.
Who are you, Captain?
Manuel,
Oh,
shut
I-
up! You're still asleep.
I'll get him.
I do hear often that bottles serve for poor betting, Captain. Maybe you should reconsider that next time.
Yeah. Oh god.
If you're going to find a bottle, isn't it better to find company instead?
We may have plenty of company in the back.
I
I mean,
had
even if you have a bottle, even if you have a bottle with no with company as well, I mean, even then would be less than just taking it by yourself, right?
the boys are in the back too. They're just still asleep.
How did I get up before a bunch of scary trained privateers when I have countless injuries? Maybe you need to get more fit soldiers. Or crewmates? Is that the right word?
Ugh. Yeah, that's the word.
Unfortunately, not well versed in many things nautical.
Well, listen. All you need to know is ship go that way.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say what's port and starboard. But
No, that's
good
what
too.
everyone expects. Because everybody's like, oh, port, starboard, those are those fancy boat terms.
I've never seen a boat.
Really?
I've been in the desert. I mean, I've seen like airboats,
Yeah, you've seen skyboats.
seen skyboats. I haven't seen like
Skyboat.
regular boats.
Right. You're from the Republic. Apologies for that.
Have you not seen skyboats? They're pretty cool though.
Yeah, they are.
I've heard of them.
I saw one crash, went whoosh.
I wish I could have seen that one.
I tried looking at the wreckage of a crash once, but then it got eaten by a sandworm.
That sounds horrible.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
Maybe we should reconsider using airships and other versions. Well, that being said, the desert sounds horrible. Even not considering the disgusting Republic.
The desert's the best part of the Republic. I mean,
What
other
is-
than Blitzball.
I suppose at least the animals are honest about their intent to kill you.
And the
Well-
scorpions don't actually want to kill you, they're just scared of you.
Hmm.
Some of them really do want to kill, like, some of the things out there really do want to kill you.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to kill them first. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'll just step on him like a little scorpion tail's gonna burst through this brick of a skin. As he like pats his chest.
Well, Scorpion, no, maybe, but who knows?
Speaking of like your chest and stuff, there, Lord Titan. Um, I'm mostly wondering, do you not want to wear like armor or something?
Why would you wear armor?
Well, I mean, I just feel bad that we're all like going into battle and stuff, and you're just pecs all out. Like I mean, all of it, it's cool to see, but like I'm worried about you.
Hmm. I see what you mean. But let me put it this way, buddy.
Sometimes when you jump around, you're also not wearing underwear, so that's kind of interesting too.
Listen, don't point out to anybody there's nothing down there, okay?
Huh.
You're
I
made of
always
rock.
wondered
I
why I
don't
had
think people really care, but yeah, I get you. It would
I was
really
had-
suck if that wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm just a magical construct right now, man. Come on.
Can't you like magic one?
I don't know. Why would I try?
I mean, you seem like you're upset about it. I just thought you might have tried.
But what am I gonna use it on you? I don't think you'll live.
No. Look, I'm just saying if you're worried about, we're on the wrong subject right now. What about armor?
Oh
Are
yeah,
we?
right. Armor. Well, I mean, the nice way to put it is my skin is armor.
It's, I guess, yeah.
sense.
I wonder if there's any way to help your skin then.
If you found like a proper idol, something made for summoning me,
Hmm.
something like that would have an effect. Because I mean, like you could put some metal clamps on it, but look at how hard these abs are. Seriously, they do nothing. You need some
mean-
really nice material to make that actually effective.
I mean, before we leave this place, do you think maybe we should ask the castle if they have anything like that?
You should ask people more. Anyone that's magically inclined to that.
Are you okay?
Did you spell you threw the armoire card, didn't you?
Oh man, this giant card fell from the sky. Sorry, we can lift it together as a team.
You guys go. You
Feels-
got this.
It feels like I'm holding up every magical item in existence.
I don't know. Do you think before we leave the kingdom, we could ask if they have something like that? I mean, we're not that far away from your shrine, right? I mean, I guess we are leagues away, but there might be people around that worshipped you.
Oh yeah, like almost every farmer does. Always praying,
That's
can
true.
I have some good crops? Can you bring the rain today? And I have nothing to do with the rain.
That's weird. We never people usually don't ask for that.
They should be asking like Leviathan or Bismarck for that, seriously.
It'll be interesting to meet Lord Leviathan or Bismarck. Where I
Who are
come
they?
from, we do ask for a lot of fertile growth, however.
It's just like blink, blink, blink. Who are they? Those are names that are new now.
Oh, right. The Republic doesn't worship gods. That's right. Heathens.
I mean, apparently there's not even a lot of shrines in the Empire from what I talked to Juliet about last night.
Well, we find shrines, but we should be doing more to keep up maintenance on them, if you ask me. Yes, the Triumvirate and Lord Odin deserve all the respect in the world, but there are other gods too. They have just as many important tasks ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some. They're just not landmarks.
It's true, but that being said, they could become landmarks. Leviathan is the Lord of the Seas, and Bismarck is a great sky whale that brings the rain and other tumultuous winds. But not like Garuda winds. That's a different thing.
Garuda?
He just looks to fucking Juliet and Titan. We have an extremely long amount of list of work ahead of us, don't we?
I don't know that one either, actually.
I have an extremely long list ahead of me.
I didn't know there were so many people that I had to warn that they might die.
There's quite a few gods. That's actually very distressing.
Oh yeah, that doesn't even count all of like our, like servants and idols.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know the names of all of those. I do know the names of the major ones.
you wouldn't neither of you would happen to know if there's anything nearby, right?
For me, I don't know much about Finna besides it being a roadblock for all of our other efforts.
Hmm.
Well, at least until recently, considering it might not be that
Nope.
difficult a roadblock anymore.
I mean, I guess I could ask the princess when we go and meet them. By the way, should we go meet them, or do we want the princess to come back to this? Uh, looks over toward the captain. No offense to this seedy bar.
I think it would be incredibly disrespectful to make her wait. Juliet sits down.
I understand your contempt for the princess and her lack of leadership. However, it should be her father that has your ire, Juliet. He is the one that allowed the magistrate to do all that he's done, and let his kingdom fall to ruin.
Yes, I mean, I don't have contempt for her. She's just not somebody who should be leading.
Oh, yes, but she currently is the one that is in charge, and it's best if we appease that instead of be adversarial to it.
I think she's more talking about what she wanted to have things happen last night, where she was all like, "Oh, the Empire, though, right?"
Oh yes, when I head home, I'm going to be filing a report that this place is unfit.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Like,
Oh.
I don't care about any of that.
I'm remiss that I won't be able to join the assault on this kingdom when we take it over, but I agree with you. It should be done.
What was that squeak?
That was me.
Oh.
As Titan like leans over to you here. I feel like we're getting in something real here.
Yeah, like, I don't really care, like, who owns this place or anything, but, like, those guys are really, like, sure that they can just destroy this place.
With
Do,
that
do
being
you
said,
think they
though,
can?
I don't know, dude. All I know is that the Empire sounds really cool. Like, people just smooch all the time, apparently.
Yeah, but you could also like do that at any whorehouse or just on a ship.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a stigma with that. Like, oh, hey, Kaze, what do you think about? Is it? What do you think it's better if it's like casual, like everybody's doing it, or do you think it's better if you pay for it?
I'll just go. Like, you're just gonna go over to Julian. They're just gonna talk about like imperial, like the pros and cons of greasing up palms before invading.
He's like, well, I prefer supporting the workforce.
I guess it is the oldest profession after all.
Well, over here, she's like, that's entirely immoral. But of course, such base, non-magical beings would resort to being corrupted by material possessions.
So I believe for the next like
Suppose.
half an hour or so, we will be chatting about our two very different yet very bad conversations, and then probably making our way over toward the castle.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'll be making.
I will say I'm glad that I've solidified my area of expertise with Lord Titan and Captain Kaze.
Amazing. That being said, I gotta get getting. I'll be back as fast as possible.
Gotcha, man. Yes.
Yeah, I knew it was about time for him to go, so I thought like, hey, let's go and grab Trin.
The Empire's the only right answer. Goodbye.
Oh god. As at the castle, Trin, you had a very nice sleep. Feeling very rested.
Can I say that I took a real good bath before actually going to sleep?
Absolutely.
Oh fuck yeah! Just like
There were
God, this
so
is
many loofahs.
there's just fucking oils and soaps. Freaking, he was like, "Can I have a bath?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, we can." Like, no, they get the porcelain bathtub with lists oils that are hard to find.
Listen. You
Got
were
her a fine-
spoiled.
Look, I got her a fine palate. I'm an alley cat of fine taste. Once you live the life, you can't just, not go back to it once in a while.
Trust me, anybody who knows Lord Eli's lived a life, you know that sphere?
And it's pretty nice. He has a really good bath. I waited forever for him to show up, and I guess he was just busy.
Yes, it's still a job.
Lord Eli's busy. You would know if you cared. I'm kidding.
But yeah, Trin, you had a really, really good night. And also, let's just bring this out now for you guys. Your box carriage. Don't get inside it yet. You're not leaving yet. Calm down, you fucking animal.
It's just like a fucking cat. Meow 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 meow.
Just start rubbing your face all over it.
I've claimed this is mine. I've rubbed my face on it.
I've marked it with my scent, which is lavender currently.
Lavender. Yes, I've had such a good bath.
Had a good bath, a nice
I
restful
peed on
sleep.
it.
Feel like a whole different person.
And
Who even am I? No.
as you get up, is there anything in particular you want to do during the day before everybody shows up?
Put on my fight song. No. I guess, get ready, get in the mirror, look at clothes, just kind of like, yeah, I gotta get back into you. And then, dressed and ready.
As you head out, you notice two guards are by your door.
Morning.
Ah, good morning. Is there anything we can get you?
Rather famished, actually. I'd love some breakfast.
Would you like directions to the dining hall, or would you like to be served here?
I mean, it's a very nice room with access to a very luxurious bath, but I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe dining with the princess unless she's already eaten.
She is already eaten. Currently, she is preparing some public announcements.
Oh. Well then. I'm guessing she's in a quarters?
In the throne room.
Throne room. Oh, can't bring a plate there. Can I?
It would be not advised, but I don't think she would particularly object for you doing that.
All right then, that's what I'll do. Lead me to the mess hall. Dining room. Dining area. Buffet.
Yes, sir.
Food.
As they'll lead you along.
Yeah.
Nice little trop through as you see a bunch of servants around. They've seem to be winding down and cleaning up from cooking.
Yeah.
As you see a lot of meals already out.
Yeah.
God damn it, Tico!
And we take off without him.
I just want to say I've been eating this burger, and now my Tom-Tom's doing that thing where I gotta go die.
Oh no, right now.
Yes.
Go die.
Okay.
We'll take a little break. Hey
I'm
Tico,
sorry.
how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
I can't believe you stole the carriage and just left. And hey chat, how you doing? By the way, King Midas, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. That was really cool of you.
Hello, King.
The king.
The king is here.
We don't have
We've
the
been
queen.
looking for you.
God damn it. We don't have the king. We do have the queen.
So Jake, the Empire's sounding better and better. Let's just go there.
Yeah. Empire's
Fuck
great.
whatever's happening in this place. Like, we have a carriage now. Let's just go there.
Yeah, that's great. Nice academy with smooching in it. Good place.
It's like,
brutal
yeah. By
caste
the way,
system.
did you know the academy? In the academy, all we do is smooch all the time. How do I join?
And go on dangerous quests hunting down fugitives across the realms?
Can I do that first thing?
I mean, like, sure, I guess, if you find somebody who wants to smooch you.
How do I join?
Enlist in the military. Squeaky, you're fine. Don't cry.
Reminds me of that,
Oh my god, Din.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, that face. I love it.
Uh-oh. Look at your face.
Gonna save that. We're gonna put that in here.
It reminds me of that TikTok. going back to like the join the military, go to like for smooching stuff like that. It reminds me of that TikTok with I can't remember the guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but like he started like talking about like Avatar stuff.
Mhm.
And he was talking about Toph as like this Fire Nation soldier just walked in like, yeah, by the way, I quit. And it's like, you can't. What do you mean you quit? You can't quit the Fire Nation Royal Army. Look, I just saw a child, like double knot tie one of my friends up with a door. So I quit.
I quit. I'm going home.
And it's just like the guy like looks behind him, just like, and that small child is on their way here. It's like, yeah, I think from now on, you can consider me a Earth Nation refugee. And it's like, she's coming here. It's like, yeah, and like he's already dressed up in like green, like going like I'm an Earth King refugee now.
I'm
And you
out.
just go over to the other guy. He's already dressed up too. It's like, it's a long, long way to Bossing. And they're just fucking we out. But it's just like here, it's just like, oh, the Empire's like this, right? Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind all that, and it's just like turns over, he's already dressed up, like ready to like join the Empire.
So what you're saying is we cut back and Trin is or Isfir is already dressed like this.
Yes.
Man.
And just turn around, he just has the fucking robes on, ready to go.
I
Look at
don't
that
know.
face.
I don't know what emotion this is expressing, but it's definitely mine.
Look, I'm willing to give Phantom money to have me in that outfit.
It's my outfit. Oh, you mean
not
you
that
mean the
outfit.
sorcerer outfit?
Yeah, the sorcerer outfit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, listen, you don't need to do that.
I am willing to throw money at Phantom to get me and to welcomed into my new nation.
I have joined them. I have found my people. Why? Because they let me kiss.
I kiss.
They give me kiss, and I kiss.
We all kiss.
I love how Kazi's like, yeah, no, I completely understand that. I also like supporting the profession.
Oh yeah, there it is. Venom Striker did it. I just saw a blind toddler folding an iron door into an origami crane. That was it. That was the TikTok.
God damn it. I want to smooch and I will betray everyone for it.
Look, there's nothing to betray. It's either if when it comes down to if I have a choice between the two global superpowers, the Republic doesn't like that I exist and picks on me a lot and beat me up. And the only nice thing about them is that I can play Blitzball. And the Empire doesn't do that, and I could potentially play Blitzball. So
We have decreed Blitzball as outlawed from this day forth.
well, I'm a holy man, so I go against that decree, please. Oh, it was a decree put down by other holy people? Well, I'll go talk to them. I'll show them how cool it is.
Nihilus, come on, you gotta
Meanwhile,
wingman me.
at the council of holy bunnies.
Fuck you. And then they all start bullying you like the Republic.
Ah,
Get out, you're not even cool.
I return.
Welcome back. I hope your butt didn't die too bad.
Look,
But
the
listen-
cat
but
doesn't need
listen,
to know how my
sisters.
butthole's doing right now.
But listen, sisters. Everybody can get all naked and run after a ball in the water. It's great.
Doesn't sound like something a good boy should be saying.
It's the coolest thing ever. You're like half naked and you chase down a ball and you throw it through a goal. Sometimes you kick.
As everybody's just like, yeah, you don't have to call it half naked. We know what swimsuits are. We're old fashioned, not savages.
I mean, apparently you don't have toilets, so.
Plumbing is the work of the devil.
I'm just saying, it sounds pretty savage to me.
Oh god, they do have the hamon. Oh man.
As meanwhile, Trin, you get your delightful breakfast.
Is that a lightly grilled tomato to put on the bread, on the brioche, with the salt and pepper parmesan?
Well, yes, it is.
Is that roasted garlic? Ah! all the fine food. Loading up a plate.
As you fill up a plate as much as you can,
Yep.
and you eventually make your way to the throne room with your nice little escort.
Oh man, pass me a glass of the pink wine.
Yeah, I know it's hard to find, but I want the pink wine.
I mean, if you want the pink one, here you go.
Thank you. Turns that asshole that goes up for fourths in the buffet.
You monster. You monster.
What? She goes. He goes back to the freaking to the dude that hands out like the good cuts of meat, and is just like they'll be like they say, "Oh, back for another round, eh?" And they say that to make you feel bad. Trin's just like, "Yeah, put 2 more on there because I'm gonna come back, and you know it. You think I
Yeah.
care?
You think that'll stop me?
I'm gonna run this place to the ground. You don't expect me.
Gonna eat you out of house and home.
Give me that 3 lobster tails too, the big ones. I know you have them."
As you arrive in the throne room, you notice there's quite a crowd of soldiers. As the princess is up there addressing them. Do you particularly care to listen to the speech? Do you just want to go straight up to her in the middle of it?
How like a goddamn alley cat. Just like, hold on, I'm gonna bring my bowl over here. Hold on, this gotta respect, gotta stand behind her.
Oh,
I
and
found the TikTok and I'm throwing it into the Final Fantasy chat. Anyway, bye.
perfect. As there's a brief stop, she's like, "Oh, and this is Trin, one of the heroes that helped me and saved me from the captain last night."
Har. Oh,
Actually, I realized we have an avatar chat. I'll throw it in that.
important that instead.
As there's a
Oh wait,
bit
I have actual food here still. Hold on. Yeah, hi. Oh, was that Trin?
as you
Nice to meet y'all. Hi,
as you
I'm
introduce
Trin, the princess.
yourself, they all give you a salute and like a little bit of cheering. Though a lot of them seem incredibly confused by your approach.
Try, I saved the princess. Name's Trin.
As she just waves the other two off. They're like, "Oh, okay, we'll go over here." Yeah. But I will be lifting the draft on all of you, and for those who wish to return home, you can prepare to set out in the next day or so. For those who wish to stay, obviously we can better allocate your duties and send you out to the villages so that the neglect I've heard of happening to them won't continue for much longer. That was everything. All of you are dismissed. As they all like relax, they all awkwardly look at you, Trin, and then start filing out.
There's a little bit of deja vu here. Just a bit.
Are you enjoying your breakfast?
No. No, as expected. Well, good food here, though. I mean, the hormone could have been aged a couple more years, but well, yeah, you know, you get what you get. Still fine quality.
You are very strange.
Huh? How so?
For somebody who's
No.
just an alley cat, you had no problem walking in front of a swarm of guards right up to me with a plate in your hand.
You're not gonna attack me. I'm your hero, right?
You're lucky I explained that to them already.
Ah, I'll be fine. It's all about confidence. Act like you own the place. They just might think you do.
Actually, I'm very keenly aware that you don't.
Do you now?
Yes. He does.
He does. He does. He does, doesn't he?
He did see you break
That-
in.
And that's why you're one of the good ones. That's why you keep your jobs under.
Yes, I actually don't have my job anymore. I've been promoted.
That's why you get. That's how you climb the ladder. There you go. Look at
Hey.
him proving me wrong.
He'll be replacing the captain for the foreseeable future.
Look at that. Look at that, Xander. Your mom must be proud.
He
Yeah.
probably is. Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of scared. You would tell me you didn't have a mom. That was gonna feel very bad.
No, I have a mother. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So then, princess,
What's on the agenda today? Now that you've done your little announcement.
Well, I can hand this off to you now rather than wait for the ceremony. As she takes out a little letter and hands it to you.
Oh. Oh,
It-
is this the mission?
No, this is writ. If you run into any guards, this says basically you have the legal authority for them to pass through anywhere you desire.
Oh, that'll be very useful. Thank you.
At least in my lands, and it also carries orders for them to return to the palace immediately.
Oh. I'll make sure they get them.
I plan to send off some knights and captains with them to do the rounds through the lands, but I mean, if you have it too, it's a little more fast, streamlined.
Yeah. Again, I'll make sure anyone who needs to see it sees it. Bring them all home.
Otherwise, I've taken the liberty to prepare a cart for you. You seem to have that chocobo, so I didn't get any horse or other chocobo for you. It should be good enough to draw it by itself.
Oh yeah, Boko's a lot more reliable than he looks. Like he looks like he hasn't moved a day in his life, but he is surprisingly fast. Probably give the blues and goldens a run for their money if the golds could run.
Otherwise, I plotted a little course for you.
Oh,
You'll be going into the countryside for a few days, so I know a particularly nice farm. There's an older gentleman there who manages it. He's fairly popular as an inn, though he technically doesn't run one. Just
oh,
opens his home.
that's very generous of him. How did your family know him?
He looks at you for a moment. I don't know him personally.
Oh,
I never, stopped there before. We
Oh.
usually had, other methods than just this carriage.
Oh.
Our old court magician was able to just snap his fingers and we'd be there. So he passed away, and that's why the sorcerer was allowed in.
now that I think about it, you have sure lost quite a bit of staff, huh?
Yes. With those zombie men you referred to them as being put down, that was quite a few people. Servants or otherwise.
Whoops. So, what are you gonna do to recoup?
If I, want to end this draft, I might just have to work at a loss and a little slimmer means. Or
Mm.
I can, petition another power to support me.
Till you get your own?
In our position, I doubt it would be until we got our own.
True. That's quite a pickle you got yourself in then, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this is creepy.
things here have become quite a mess. I'll be doing my best to figure that out, but that's not your concern.
I mean, I'm a little concerned. I mean, you're gonna learn a lot of valuable lessons from it, don't get me wrong. At least I like to hope so. But, well, your attitude's not bad. It's a good start. You sound a little bit more rescinded to it than eager, to be fair. I mean, it's not you didn't make the mess, but you've got to clean it up. But knowing you've got to clean it up is a good first step to being a leader.
And I intend to the best I can.
It's good.
Otherwise, I guess we should start sending a messenger out for your friends.
They know where I am. They'll make their way here at some point, unless they leave without me. Unless they leave without me.
Well, intended for a little ceremony before you left.
Oh?
Well, you saved me. It'd be improper not to announce you as Tears of Finn.
Oh, alrighty. I mean, nice little title under my belt. Wouldn't mind it. I mean, depending on how far the title carries me. But I'll take it. I mean, I don't think Esphir Nihilus will reject it.
Well,
Oh, it's making sweet.
I hope so.
I think they'll take it with great honor. Where's these people coming from?
Don't worry about that. They're not here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But, if you'll come with me,
Ah, so I get a private reward, princess. I'm joshing.
no, I don't have much in the way of direct rewards for you right now other than your carriage.
Man, you are lucky that I am not a sleaze. How?
I'm not following.
Princess. Now I know we talked before, and I know I've told you you're not stupid. I'm sure you're not stupid. And you're going to learn a lot of things about people. There's going to be people out there who are definitely going to take advantage of you, or at least very much will try. People saying they're holy men and they're not.
Excuse me? I think this is a conversation for a later date, and you may be crossing some lines here.
I think I might be. That's pretty quite fair. But princess, I'm just going to let you know right now. You're a good girl. Stay a good girl. And, make sure most men keep 5 steps away.
The
Unless
princess
you
want a
want 'em-
kiss?
Unless you want them closer. After all, you're the princess. After all, you're the princess.
I mean,
They
you're
got it.
kind of within 5 steps of me right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're right! Yeah, there you go. I was just testing you.
I think we should go.
Yes, we should. Onward, lead the way, princess.
Please.
One alley cat in the morning to a whole country in the evening.
As she'll lead you along and towards the outside after a bit of visible confusion. As Fear, you and the crew are making your way to the palace. A guard manages to flag you down along the way and is just like, "Oh no, yes, please come this way, please hurry."
Hi. What's up?
Yes, the princess is waiting for you all. Please just follow me.
Xander, no matter what happens, you can't let anybody touch the princess.
Never.
I
You can only-
I look to guard. I narrow eyes. I don't know this person. Do I know this person, Jake?
Be her sworn knight.
This guard? The one who's leading you? No, you don't know him.
He could be one of those baddies.
You could.
Kill him, Nihilus. I'm kidding.
Alright, cardboard cut out of Nihilus advances on him and hold on.
Absolutely cuts him down. It was bloody.
Xander, you have to be the princess's sworn knight. The men out there in the world are gross and grubby and will take advantage of a pretty girl the first chance they get. They want to keep her stupid. You make sure she's educated and smart.
And he annihilates him with 24 cardboard damage.
Nice.
Now back to reality.
Back
As-
to
I
reality.
guess
Oh,
we're moving forward, man. As I will say, a sphere would 100% like freaking seeing Nihilus in the back, just like no. I'm not sitting up here by myself, fucker.
Oh hey, we're all standing up here? I love standing up here.
Oh yeah. Not you. You gone.
All of you have run along, and he's just like, "Yep, follow me, follow me, follow me." I should probably go over here. Boko's gonna stay next to him or kill someone.
There we go. There we go.
For a little bit, Juliet almost comes between, and you just hear like squawk. She's like, "All right, fine, crazy bird." As again, you are all brought forward. Stop that! Stop that! Stop that! You whore. As all of you go forward, as you get to around here, you see the knight stop and take a kneel. As Kaze kneels too. Boko sits. I'm going to assume Nihilus would kneel. Titan and Juliet just stand there.
I kind of also just stand there. I wave to the princess.
You feel like a little tug behind. You're supposed to kneel.
Wouldn't it be even weirder if a holy man knelt?
You're not
People
very
like-
holy around here.
People
Well,
like
you know, I'm just saying. That's you fake it till you make it, right?
people like that one, princess.
I'm
Oh.
just waving at her like, "Hey, it's my friend the princess."
Oh, the sorcerer that accidentally teleported himself into my room.
Yeah, that one. That's a slaze.
You
Is
don't
it?
fucking know shit about me.
He's asleep.
You just
He was
teleported
very
into
nice.
a woman's room.
I didn't teleport into a woman's room. I was running, and you know this, you stupid cat.
Oh yeah, running. I'm gonna go run and get some help, and then relax with the princess and lie to her face. You dumb rabbit.
Ooh, anyway.
As after a moment, the princess just motions and everybody stands back up. Boko continues to sit as you see this guard to step to the side. Thank you all for coming today, especially all of you. As she motions to you as Sphere and Nihilus and everyone in the center. If you will please step forward.
Step forward, Kay. Just come down. Gotcha, bitches.
Gotcha. I'm actually super evil. As all of you jump forward a little bit, and she like motions for you to turn around.
I didn't realize there's gonna be so many people here. Turns around. Ah.
I wanted to introduce you to the, well, quite a number of gentlemen who, and gentlewomen who saved me from the captain just last night.
Titan just points off to some of them. Hey, you killed me.
Oh, hey, I remember you! Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Just sips at wine.
This is a
Oh, but we
sphere.
couldn't be without our cat. I'm kidding.
This is
You didn't stay at the castle.
Summon of Titan, and his summoner, a sphere, Nihilus, Dark Knight, and his faithful Chocobo Boko, and a privateer, referred to as Captain Kaze, as he, like, you being right in front of him, see him take off his hat and, like, do an exaggerated bow. And, Magister from the Imperial Academy, Juliet, and our now Captain Xander were all responsible for my rescue. Sorcerer has enthralled my father and is the reason all of you found yourselves here and drafted, and the increase in security. Horrible things have been happening lately, and thankfully these brave souls are here to stop it. They've volunteered, well, they volunteered to head to my father's banner and recover him for us. I would like you all to give them a good show of support. As just about every guard and Technically, around the edge, there are like a few civilians hanging further back who, hearing this, all start clapping and cheering.
They're taking the kidnapping of their king pretty well. I
As-
agree, Nihilus. It's weird. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, like, yeah. I'm sure shortly they'll be reporting back with our Majesty safely in tow, and hopefully with that sorcerer indisposed. As a small token of my gratitude, I've set aside this carriage for you all, as there's this very nice, luxurious carriage that's definitely not ripped straight from a game that nobody talks about right now.
Meow, 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 meow.
Shin wastes no time hopping on.
No. No. Ah. Hold on. Move.
Hey, that cat just got in the heroes thing. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Alright, stop it, you gremlin. Stop it, you gremlins. And, I invite you, heroes, if you have anything to say before your departure.
Looks over toward everybody. Looks like back over toward Nihilus. Nihilus, I'm sure, says something, and we all love it. Everybody's like,
Something
"Oh, yeah,
inspirational.
thank you, Nihilus. Oh, it was so good.
Okay. As you open your mouth, trying to find words, you find yourself hiked up.
Oh fuck! This is it. This is all for me. Ah!
We got this! Yeah! Satan is rattling you around in the air.
This is
There we
it.
go.
I'm dead. I knew he was gonna betray me all along.
As, Nihilus, something inspirational. Que. And,
Captain Kaze, of course, says some Captain Kaze things, I'm sure. Oh, we love him.
he's like,
It's all his Captain Kaze privateer things, definitely not a fucking buccaneer.
yeah, we'll go save him. I'm gonna get rich off this. And I look forward to that.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah!
You know, yeah, they all look at him a little awkwardly. As, you know, Juliet, you put your foot in your mouth.
A man of honesty, that Captain Kaze.
I think you should all carefully evaluate your lives and positions.
Prestidigitation! I make loud explosions! This is my book above us, like, yeah! Celebration!
Roll. I need a magic roll.
Look how great everything is! 6 plus my magic of 4, so 10.
With that, you are able to make noises. They're all like looking weird at her. The ones who are particularly close to her can still kind of hear her. She's talking about that they should all be prepared and accept glorious imperial rule.
It's fine. The civilians aren't hearing, and that's
But-
the main point.
But most of the crowd is at least drowned out.
Look at all these freaking lights!
And then she just takes a little bow and starts making her way back to the back. And Trin, you got anything to say?
Not that I haven't already said to the princess.
Nothing to address the crowd with?
No, I think they all did a great job.
As you stick another like chicken leg in your mouth.
Oh. Hmm.
And I would like to thank you all. If you would, all of you are dismissed. As the guards relax, they start like muttering amongst themselves. They don't disperse right away. As Xander comes over to you guys a little bit closer, I can help you prepare the carriage.
That actually brings up a good point. Are we having Boko take this?
Well,
It's
what other
like-
chocobo do we have?
I'm just saying, like, he gets excited. I'm thank you, Titan.
Let's go!
He gets super excited is all I'm saying.
Yeet.
Wait!
Rubber cut off.
Bah! 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 There I go. I'm out now. There I am. Because Jake, we don't have to like make a big thing of it, but I did want to ask the princess about the armor thing I sent out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As everything's calming down.
About the idol thing potentially if they had like anything like that, because obviously they probably wouldn't consider it something very fantastic or anything, but apparently Titan thinks it's something that is neato, and he's like, "Oh, do you have anything like that?"
As you wanna take the time to ask her?
Yeah. Anything of the description that Titan would hopefully help me with, because I have no idea what he's talking about really.
I don't think, or at least I don't know if we have anything in the treasury. I'd have to go looking through that.
I just didn't know we were going to be leaving immediately, and now there's like this big ceremony, and
Hmm.
and our carriage fell over. We have a little bit of time, I think.
As she takes some time to think about it. Xander, can you fetch me some parchment? Yes, ma'am. As he runs inside, a few minutes later, he'll come back out. Nihilus is getting Poco hooked up to the front. As she goes over, she takes the pen and quill and writes some stuff down on it. This isn't much. Again, there's a farm. I had told Trin about it a little bit. It's a good resting stop for you, and from what I understand, farmers tend to favor Titan. For, well, numerous reasons, given he is the earth that grows their crops. Otherwise, I can try searching the armory for you, though that might take quite a while.
I was just wanting to know if there was anything you could possibly find when it comes to that. It doesn't matter how long it takes, really. I just thought that it might be better to, well, help out with, you know? And if there's something at this farm, that would be perfect as well.
I'm sure they can help you, and I'll have some servants start searching the treasury for you.
Again, I know that it's we've already said it and everything, but last night everything was going crazy. But sorry about the whole barging in thing and lying to you and all that stuff.
It all turned out for the best, so don't worry about it.
I mean, to be fair, if I didn't, then like you know, I would have been thrown in jail, which I was still thrown in jail, but I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen.
Exactly. Again,
Thumbs
thank
up.
you. If you hadn't shown up, or your friends, I'd, well, be stuck here still, powerless.
In the end, it's the only thing that could have been done to peacefully settle these lands. I feel if things would have kept going the way they were, it would have been only a matter of time before the other places around would have heard of it. And having all of your cities without their guards probably would make them pretty easy to, well, lose.
I'm going to be doing my best to remedy that. I don't know how well that'll go given the state of things, but I have to at least try.
Yeah. And again, we'll be back before you know it.
Of course.
Mm,
Good luck,
takes,
Heroes.
Takes whatever sort of thing they were writing down or whatever, I think, and just makes my way back in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you look at the parchment. It's just basically an official request, like from the royalty. Offer them any help that they can possibly offer you.
Perfect.
As eventually, you guys all pile into the caravan.
Yeah.
Nihilus will ride on Boko, but we're just gonna throw him in here.
Boko's gonna be there. Boko. Oh.
Boko needs to go in because it's a giant box.
There we go.
And you guys go off as the crowd is just generally milling about, minding its own business. It's much less organized than it looks like here.
Spoken like a true Final Fantasy game. We are now in control of this.
And
When
When
there-
can we get it to fly?
In a
So we
bit.
can go over mountains and stuff.
Oh,
bit.
first, you need to go to hell and get the adamantine armor so your ship can fly higher.
Tokyo Drift.
As you guys are on the road, and we'll very quickly look over here as
Oh,
they're
fuck.
all in this castle region up there, and they're going to be making a few days ride heading down towards this little forest, where very faintly sticking out are two pillars, which are the top of a building. We can stop playing with the race car. Behave yourself, you're fucking animals. Cease. As I guess the big question is, you guys we're basically given a map and a path to take. Are you going to follow it to the letter? Are you going to try and make shortcuts or anything like that?
So Trent, I heard that the Empire's pretty cool. Let's just forget this quest. I mean, it's like a side quest anyway at best. I'm kidding.
Why would I want to do that?
I mean, it's like, who wants to do any of the side quests? We can just do the main quest over again.
Just for that, let's take a left when they say to keep going straight.
I mean, that
And
still
then-
sounds like we're not doing the side quest at that point.
We're deviating from the path just out of spite, just because you talked.
I mean, you're doing what I say because I talked. I mean,
Okay,
okay.
no. Full speed ahead. Full
There
speed
you go.
ahead. then.
That's what you should do for spite, Trin.
Look, I'm only half listening to you, okay, Loppy?
just trying to be like, maybe you should think before you speak. Sometimes is all I'm thinking.
Nah, it's not fun that way.
Well, you sound like less of an idiot sometimes. Huh?
No, please.
Straight
please go.
nihilist!
We don't need to hear your sass, Nihilus.
Yeah, you guys start taking off.
Without
like this.
Nihilus, we're falling apart.
Yeah, the moment he's gone, just infighting begins. As you just hear Titan and Kaze betting in the background, just like I bet honestly, I'm kind of betting on the Catboy here. I don't know, like that he seems like really good at avoiding danger. And wouldn't you be forced to take part in the fight? Oh man, when you put it that way, maybe I should bet on my master.
Get him, get him, murder, kill.
Get him, Titan.
Chugga.
Oh god damn it! As you guys are going to make a little ride south, and you're staying on the course.
On course.
And for the first night, you'll have to like pull on the roadside, camp out for the night, eat a little bit of your rations.
Ow.
I really should have wrote down all of your in bag things for you, Squeaky, because you're.
Don't worry. I can do this. Hold on.
Don't worry, I'll clean that all up for you later. As you
Yep,
guys are gonna have one of your 10 days worth of rations.
Yeah, I was fixing
Yay.
to say, like, as I'm looking at my stuff, like, I'm going to assume because they just sort of like told us to get out, that they gave us a little bit of food because I don't have any rations.
They would be in your scholar's pack because that always comes loaded with a few rations.
Oh, okay.
It's that thing if we didn't write down everything in the scholar's pack because 90% of people don't use what's in there.
hmm
Hmm.
But
no.
I'm a scholar, you see.
But no, you guys start making your way. The first night'll pass. Is there anything you guys want to do while settling down for the night?
Well, since I didn't say let's fucking go off the beaten path and stop the side questing,
Mhm.
I don't think there's like anything really like to go over. Like, the princess had said that she had talked to you briefly about a farm. Do you know how long it would be out here? Apparently, it's some sort of a pretty good stop.
It's apparently a very, very good stop. He's infamous for having an inn while not having an inn. It
He?
shouldn't be that far away, though, judging she recommended it in the first place.
I'm guessing the innkeeper.
The farmer.
Ah,
It's not really an inn, it's more like he just has a very open home that he lets people stay with.
Well, let's hopefully make our way there then. I wonder how long it will be from there to our destination.
I can't remember if she gave me a rough estimate, Jake.
Basically, it's going to take two days of consistent travel. She's basically like, you could reach it at the end. Well, technically 3, because you're going through day 1, you're going to go rest. Next day,
Mhm.
you'll be able to reach the farm. And then on the 3rd day, you'll actually get to the town.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, about that long.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Nihilus. No, yeah, that sounds smart and knightly.
But yeah, you
Mhm.
guys are going to go turn in for the night?
Mhm.
For what?
Yeah, there we go. As you guys are having a nice restful night of sleep along the road.
Oh boy.
Kill him, Titan. I'm kidding.
As you hear a, "Hey, what's going on here?"
What?
Sticks head out.
As you guys have
Yeah,
jostled
pokes
away,
it up.
there are quite a few men all looking around curiously, in a vaguely defensive stance. As one of them steps forward. All right, you lot. Not supposed to be anybody on the roads right now. What are you doing here?
Pokes head out. Who's asking?
The Knight of the Kingdom? As he like
Kingdom of Finn.
as he shows his shield off, and it has a little marking on it for the kingdom.
Kingdom of Finn.
Where else?
I mean, I'm just asking.
And I'm asking what you're doing before we have to seize your vehicle.
We're just making our way through. 1 sec. Alrighty. It's big on the inside. You're the gods from there, right? Got a letter from the princess.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. As he holds out
Yeah.
his hand.
Yeah, holds out letter.
As he takes a moment to look it over. How dumb is he? Okay. Oh, he wants us to report back. Strange.
Yeah. We were sent by to go find the king.
Well, I guess something's happened at the palace then. His Majesty's been at his manor for quite a while, and giving us orders from there. At least for patrols on the southern end. I can't say for anybody near the castle. I'm sure she is the one taking charge of things there.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. You said
More or
the
less.
king's been giving you orders.
Yeah.
When's the last you heard from the king?
He like thinks for a moment. Sent one of his men about half a week ago. Handed off a letter, just same orders.
Princess hasn't heard from the king in over a month.
I haven't heard of him sending any letters other than orders, but I'm on the road. As he again, all of them motion to each other. They've got like little backpacks with like sleep rolls in it. We just kind of have little camp, head back and forth between it.
Well,
Are you going to answer the princess's summons then?
Yeah, we will. Sorry. As he hands back the letter to you.
thank you.
You don't mind if we not sleep in your carriage? Obviously, we have our own stuff, but we set up a little camp nearby.
That's fine.
Alright, very good.
Well, it's good to see that at the very least, the king's been heard of in the past half a week, you say?
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear. Flip.
As they all look at each other awkwardly, like, "Oh man, I thought we were gonna see some criminals. I was really hoping not. Yeah, I didn't want to get in a fight either. You know, guys, let's just go over there. We're gonna go
All
back
right,
to
Titan,
Texas.
they've turned their backs. Get them.
All right, let's fucking go."
Yeah, you do that. You do that. You go get him, Titan. And your sphere, you've got to stay with him so that.
No. He's got it. He's got things.
No, how is he supposed to? He's supposed to. You're his master. You're supposed to lead him and command him without your supply of hit the gas notice.
I mean,
No.
yeah, or I could not.
Gonna leave poor Titan out there, abandoned and cold and afraid.
I've already let him die for me.
You're gonna do it again?
Probably at some point.
I'm allergic to snakes. No, put Zephyr back in.
With
No,
the cats.
Please stop eating the figures. They go back in the goddamn cart.
There's a little angle right there that they won't. Oh, because I'm in the bag. One sec.
And yeah, this is what happens when you just turn a random model into a bag.
It's
They
so
don't know
fun,
how
though.
to fit.
So fun though.
But yeah, you
Okay,
guys will spend the rest of the night camping. The guards will set down a little bit away from you and set up their own camp. And after that, the rest of the night will go pretty seamlessly. No one creeping up on your cart in the middle of the night, other than them.
Hell yeah.
Let him try to creep up. I have the eyes and ears of a dragon.
Yeah.
I go to sleep and I sleep really bad. I'm kidding.
As during the next day, you'll continue on the road and start making your way towards that farm.
Yeah.
As you keep going, it's a pretty smooth ride. You're on like the patrolled roads. Occasionally, like some like twice during the day, two people are like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then you just hand them the letter, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should go home."
That's a lot of knights that were drafted out to do this.
I mean, they did say they were taking every able-bodied person from all around. We saw the last town.
That is
They
very
were
true.
over-prepared. Imagine what the person's actually going to have with them. I feel like what we've seen before just at the castle is honestly probably not going to be even close to what they actually have with them.
Well, it's a good thing we've got Nihilus.
Nihilus.
Nihilus says nightly things.
Nihilus brandishes sword with menacing intent.
That's the Nihilus we know.
Love him.
Yes.
As you guys eventually cut off the road a little bit onto a small, like, bumpy little side path as you start pulling up to a farm.
Oh, I think this might be it.
As
out.
it's a pretty large building. It does not like look incredible, but by building standards at least, like it's comfortable. This is much more than like a farmer, like a little dingy shack kind of farmer. This is like a ranch farmer. They got like a 2-story house going on here.
We sure this is a farm?
That's what the princess said.
All right.
Yeah, look, I mean, like, feels like a farm. And you see, like, all those plows that are broken and pitchforks.
Look, there's a chicken.
Do you feel anything different being here, Titan?
Not really. But a thing standing out is out front. There are a lot of destroyed supplies. You see, like, a broken cart with its wheel popped off. A few, like, hoes and pitchforks that are snapped in half.
Something got you unsettled?
There's a lot of broken stuff around here.
Well, I mean, when you're working the farm and plowing the land, things are bound to break.
Maybe I'm just not used to this kind of stuff because I'm from the desert. It just seems like a lot.
I mean, it could be. I'm not saying that something might not be up. But when you work your tools, they're bound to break.
Let's go and see what's up.
Yeah,
Knock, 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 knock.
he's become more brave.
As Niles will,
leading
for
There's
the
no
moment,
reason to fear a farm.
take care of Boko. As Juliet will follow you guys up, and obviously Titan's by your side.
There's no need to fear a farm. It's fine. It's not like any creatures are going. "Ah!"
Famous last words.
As you knock on the door, you hear some like skittering around inside until eventually the doors slightly open as you see a little. What do you want?
Room and board.
Closes the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Opens the door. What do you want?
Room and board.
Closes the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
What do you want?
To spend my gold.
Opens the door.
That's more like it.
As in here, now that you are able to see, there are like a few tables. You see a pile of broken junk just back in the corner. And what seem to be like a few improvised haystacks as beds.
Peeks head in. Just like head. Huh.
As this
Ah,
place is
cool.
pretty run down looking, and also full of goblins.
Ah, so as I said, I'm here to spend my gold.
Yeah, what do you want to spend it on?
What do you got?
Guys, what do we got? I don't know. What do we got? I don't know. What do we got? As they
I
like.
heard this was a pretty famous little like hostel that someone could get room and board from. But if that's not the case, it looks like you guys are booked up. Uh, got any rations or anything of the sort?
Never heard that. This is our house now.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. But the right. You mean like food stuff, right?
Yeah, like food stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
do you know where the guy who used to own this place is?
Yeah. He's buried out back.
Buried
Oh.
out back.
Yeah. We buried him.
Oh, what happened?
Why did you bury him?
We came here and because we got chased out of our forest by some scary black goblin. Like thing was using like magic and stuff, and that freaked us out. Like all of them are like, yeah, that freaked us out. So we were just
Scary
like,
black goblin.
yeah. It had a wolf monster with it. It's pretty freaky.
Oh, another one.
Another one? There's more than one? Oh god.
Yeah, we found one of those and took it out about a couple of villages back. Do you know where the shrine to the Warrior of Light is?
Yeah, we lived around there.
Yeah, that was where we had found it. We had taken it out there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that might be the one we ran away from, because, yeah, it kicked us out. Well, not
Well,
really.
I got some good news for you guys. That place is completely cleared out.
Oh, really? I don't know, we
Yep.
kind of like it here.
I mean, if no one's using it, he just like looks around. Are you guys sure you have no idea what happened to the old timer who was using it? Apparently, he was a friend of the royal family.
I mean, like, he was a little chewed on when we found him.
Chewed on.
Chewed on.
I don't know. Might have been, like, a wolf or something.
Do you mind if we come in and sort of talk about it?
Uh,
I mean, again,
yeah,
I don't
come on
think
in,
we
come
have
on in.
any- Yeah, thanks.
Chin's already made his way in and just is looking around.
If it
at
wasn't
stuff.
for the fact that fucking the dude we have found on the road had talked about goblins talking and being his friends, I don't think he would. I don't think Aspira would be as like gung ho about talking to these guys.
As Nihilus will stay out there for a little bit and work
Survey
on
the
both of 'em.
area.
As Kaze's gonna come over here with these goblins to start rummaging through. As he'll bring you to this table. It's like it's got a rickety chair. Again, like this place is kind of a dump.
Was the place like this whenever you found it too? Did it look like somebody had come in and stole anything?
Oh no, we've just been living here. We've been
Okay.
trying to make like this farming thing work. We don't know a lot about it, but we know like a little bit. And like we grew like some little like berry stuff, but
That could
it hasn't worked so much afterwards.
That could explain all the broken tools.
Yeah, no, the weird part is those happened after.
After.
Yeah, no, we just were like trying to make a go of this place. We were like, yeah, Goblin Farm. It'll be great. Everybody will love it. We'll make the biggest squashes anybody's ever seen. I don't know. We hadn't figured out what we were gonna grow yet. Maybe cabbages. But not the point. Point is, we were, like trying to make things work. And everything just kept breaking. Then like our plants weren't growing. There are like weeds all over out there, and we just keep like picking them, and it won't stop.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Any ideas, Titan?
Uh.
I thought you were a farm guy.
Yo, farmers just like me because I make the earth good. Maybe something's making the earth bad. Or making it grow. I mean, like, it sounds like stuff's growing out there.
You mind if you take me to go and check out the farm?
Oh, yeah, come with me. Come with me.
Follows the nice goblin.
Name
Is
is
there any, like,
Googlox.
What were you saying, Squeaks?
There like any stairs or anything that go up to other floors of the place?
Oh, are you gonna step back into here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and here you see like a little kitchen area, and then there's a staircase right over here.
Time to be nosy.
I mean, it's not like the guy's gonna mind a bit of nosiness. He's dead.
He died. Horribly.
Yeah.
Probably crying and screaming for anyone to
I
save
mean,
him.
we don't know if it was horrible. We just know he was chewed on.
I go upstairs.
I'm making upstairs because you're going upstairs.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I don't have fancy pre-drawn maps like somebody does here.
Oh.
They're very beautiful, by the way, and I appreciate the artists and all their hard work they do on this.
So Lindo.
Yeah, Lindo.
I also appreciate Lindo.
Yeah, Lindo's a little... Anyway, go upstairs. See, like, this very tight area, and it's just, like, a few stray chairs here, like a little sitting area. Then a fairly tight hallway with a few doors.
Meow, 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 meow. Poke head in.
Go in. The bedroom.
Meow, 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 meow. Poke.
Another bedroom.
Meow, 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 meow. Poke.
It's locked.
Poke.
Also locked.
I mean, it's not like the owner's here anymore. Kicks down door.
Which one you kicking down?
The one that is this one.
As you go and kick that one down, give me a nice strength roll. With that upper body strength.
Wouldn't the kicking be lower?
That upper
kick
lower
it.
body strength.
I
I
don't fuck.
kick it
Here's a
with my
It's still
fist.
strength.
here's a coin.
Thank you. As you'll get a 14. As
Ye-
you take a good 2 firm kicks to the door, and it opens up for you. As you see a little storage room. And, it kind of smells.
Just like crinkle nose. Does it smell like something rotting? Does it smell like freaking musty?
Rotting,
what-
food.
Meow 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 meow. eh.
Roll a kick.
Eh. I think I'm just gonna roll a straight d20 for this one to see what happens.
Work that thigh. An 8.
Peh!
As you're getting ready to go out with your new best goblin friend Gooblox, you hear a loud banging from upstairs. Hey, what's that? What's going on? Wait, can you have another friend here? Where'd they go?
Oh, that's probably them.
Are you trying to rob us? Us honest, hard-working goblins?
He just gets really curious. I'll go get him.
Oh, okay, let's go get him then.
Yeah, let's go get him.
You make your way up the stairs.
Do you see Tren just freaking butt bashing into the door?
Hey, what are you doing with our nice doors?
Trying to get him open?
Yeah, well, you could have asked.
Can I get it open?
Excuse me, Bunny
Oh,
Mixer.
sorry. Yeah, these are pretty tight.
Yeah, no, I don't. This guy clearly
You
was
know,
not an
honestly-
architect.
Yeah, honestly, with like the rave reviews I got of this place, like it sounds like people like were really overstepping it. Probably
Can
doesn't
I-
know about plumbing.
Excuse me.
Can I
What's
open it?
plumbing?
It's like toilets, you places you can poop and it goes away.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that with poop.
Yeah, it's really great. It stops
Can
it
you-
from piling up.
Can you open this door?
You notice him fumble with his stuff as after a little bit he takes a little key out, pops it in, turns it, and steps in. Welcome to my room.
What's in here?
There's a nice big bed in the corner. Night for 2 people. A little nightstand next to it with a little candle on it, and nice little table over here.
Can't wait for like and the dead body.
chair. And no dead bodies. Yeah, this is my room. As he sits on the big bed.
Steps
Yeah.
into the door that was kicked open that smells.
You
not-
notice some storage supplies in here. It kind of smells. You notice like some moldy bread had been left out. A lot of like grain, etc.
Prestidigitation, 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 prestidigitation.
So
I'm getting rid of the smell in this room.
So there's a whole room across from you full of rotten, musty, plague-ridden probably, and you just don't care.
Oh no, I care a lot. Like we worked hard on like bringing all that stuff in here, and we were like, yeah, it's gonna be safe in here. We're gonna keep it stored. And then just one day we woke up and it was all smelling real bad.
And why didn't you take it out?
I mean, like we have a little bit of food downstairs. We just don't got anywhere to put it. What are we gonna do with it?
Properly dispose of it?
Like light it on fire? That sounds fun,
Maybe-
actually. Let's light it on fire. Just tell the guys we're
Maybe-
gonna light it on
Ma-
fire
ma-
later.
Maybe that's one way to get rid of it, but
I got rid of the smell.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
okay.
You guys know
I'm-
magic is pretty good.
Yeah, magic. Magic's pretty great. It's also terrifying.
I mean,
I'm-
Tren, is there anything in particular you were looking for up here? I mean, their story checks out with what we already know.
I'm not saying it doesn't check out, just any clue of what could have happened here.
Maybe there's something in the food that you found. I mean, they said they brought it in from outside, right?
I guess. I haven't looked through it. It smells horrendous in there.
It doesn't smell as bad anymore. I mean, I can't get rid of the mold in the bread and stuff. I can only kind of clean it.
I guess we can start looking through this stuff and see if we find anything that sticks out.
Keep your eye out for any like idols of Titan or whatever. That I'm looking for those too.
What?
You haven't seen anything like that, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's
Looks like
an
him.
idol thing.
Would it look like
apparently
him?
there might be something like that here somewhere, or some sort of thing to praise you. Titan, you explained it better.
Yeah, it's a little like a toy. Yeah, that's what you goblins know. You know toys. And it'll look like me, but you don't use it to play with. You use it to pray to me. Oh, okay, that makes sense. No, I haven't seen anything like that.
Ah, boss.
Hmm.
Is there
Nothing.
anything in here that's interesting, Jake?
So you guys search through it for a little bit. You wanna give me a roll?
Kind of roll.
Investigation. With your
Are my
eyes.
dragon eyes not enough for you? I'm kidding.
You see everything fine.
Hiya.
But look. Also, Squeaky, roll 2, you're looking through.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Alright,
22.
you're gonna find some stuff.
Straight D20. 19.
Okay, you're both gonna find stuff. With the fucking 20 and 24? No, 22.
If.
As you guys are like looking through this stuff, you see things
You
like
can't hide things from the Beastie Boys. Come on.
you see things that should not expire, basically, at least not in any sort of timely fashion. Like you see some dried meats and they are just covered in moss.
What a waste.
Tren,
Yeah.
question about not desert life.
Sure, shoot.
Does it make absolutely no sense?
For cured aged meat that is usually very well dehydrated to have any sort of life growing on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just making sure. Like, does that happen often here, or is it something that's weird? Like I'm thinking it is.
well, it could be something weird. You could be on the right track. Or moisture in the air was captured here, and that clung to this, which then allows things like moss and molds to grow. That's the logical scientific answer. Or something weird's going on.
I mean, how
Yeah.
long has it been here?
That.
Yeah,
Let me see that one. Let me see that one.
yeah. Don't eat
I mean,
it.
I didn't pick any of it up. It's gross.
Oh, where is it? Show me.
Over
it-
there.
As you
Right.
you take him over to it, he picks it up. He looks at it. Oh man, this is that deer I killed last week.
You
Did you?
di- you just killed a deer and stop.
Well, we were starving. We needed something to eat, and there was a deer, so I was like, I'm gonna throw my knife at it, and I got it really good in the eye.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna say you do it. You tried curing the meat and seasoning it a little bit more.
Yeah, of course we did. That's like,
Well, clearly not. Look at the moss on it.
yeah,
I mean-
that's why I'm weirded out here.
There's
Oh,
just seems
okay.
like there's something weird going on all over the place. I would like to see the farm back there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where'd you bury the old man?
Oh, you're right out back. Follow me. Follow me.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. We're leaving again.
Yeah.
There we
All
go.
right, let's go.
Get stalked.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get in your way there.
No,
That's my bad.
it's okay.
Okay, the dog's barking and it's scaring me.
Tell it to shut up.
Shut up, dog, or whatever.
Yeah, we'll go down here, and there's a nice little back door right here, right out here. As he takes you into the backfield, he basically curves around here, and you see a little grave.
Hmm.
There he is.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
I mean, mm, he like looks it over. Like, how does it look? How does the grave itself look?
It's incredibly makeshift. You see like a discarded shovel next to it that they never picked up since, probably. But they
Does
gave
it
it
show
like
like any weird like signs of age or breakingness that shouldn't be there since he was just buried?
no, not really.
Okay. Mm. And the farm?
All behind us as he motions behind you guys, as you see fields and they're not looking that great. One like patch just seems really incredibly barren, as another one is like overrun with weeds. And one seems to have plants grown, but they look really discolored and sickly.
What's up with those?
Yeah, I don't know. I think one of the guys inside tried to eat it. I think it was a God, I can't remember which one. But one of us tried to eat from that one. They were like throwing up all day. Pretty gross.
Step.
As you want to go
Makes
over and look at them?
I will make way over toward, uh, but as I get around, can I cast a detect magic?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to detect magic in the area of the farm, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
The thing you sense magic, blah blah. If you sense magic, around any visible creature, object that bears magic, learn its
Creature area object or creature object area, and I learn at school and stuff as well if there is any.
For all of this, you cast it, and the ground is glowing very faintly. Otherwise, it seems to be some kind of enchantment.
There's magic here.
What? Why is there magic here? What's going on?
There's magic all over the fields. Some sort of enchantment magic?
I don't know. I don't think any of the boys know magic. I don't know where this is coming from.
It
Was it
might
you,
have
Magic
already
Man?
been
Did you
here.
do this?
I literally just got here.
Hmm.
How long ago was it you said you found the old man chewed up?
Oh, we came here like a month and a half ago, I think. At least that's how many days we crossed off that calendar thing he's got.
Month and a half.
Yeah, we grew a little bit of stuff, and it was like going great at first. We were like, yeah, look at us, we're amazing. Goblin farmers. We're gonna be revolutionary around here. And then everything started dying.
Just all of a sudden, nothing and nobody came through?
Nope. Not that we noticed. Mostly when people saw us, they ran away screaming.
Mm.
Just kind of like steps out into the farm and like is looking around every patch, seeing if there's anything that would stand out.
As you go from patch to patch, just making your way across the field, all of them are glowing. There only seem to be like one patch that stands out to you where they had like basically the barest of stuff growing around here. In like a little like personal garden where they had like a few berries and stuff. But you make your way all the way across the farmland to the hill in the back, and yeah, you see nothing. So,
Anything
Magic
catch
Man,
your eye?
got it figured?
No, nothing. I know that there's magic here, but I don't know anything about it other than it's enchantment magic of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. Other than that, I mean, this patch seems to be growing well, but the rest of them aren't for some reason. Hmm. Looks over toward Titan, looks back toward the patch that is like growing diseased crops.
Mhm.
Maybe we check under the soil?
Under the soil.
I mean, the big thing that comes to mind is a lot of places usually, a lot of magic usually requires the caster to be around or alive, so we can assume that it wasn't the man who was living here who did it, but they were powerful enough to cast it and leave for some reason. Or maybe the ground itself is just naturally magical. Either way, these patches are obviously different, so checking and seeing what's different about them, checking and see if there's anything under there. These crops are rotted anyway. We wouldn't be making any problems.
I mean, yeah, go right ahead. I don't know what it could be. I don't know much about no magic.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, this seems like a lot of work, and looks back to Titan.
What? You want me to help you collect dirt?
I want to, yeah, kind of. I mean, look at me. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I don't even know what I'm looking for. There's magic somewhere, and it's being weird, and
Use your baby arms, obviously.
my baby arms are baby arms, Titan.
Yeah, we need to fix that. Get to work.
Or how about he
You got
like
any more
looks
shovels?
around. I mean, most of their stuff was destroyed, right?
Yeah, we got like that shovel over there. I could probably go looking around for one that ain't broke.
Yeah, I'll take what I can get. Picks
Mistrin,
up.
Mistrin goes back and collects the shovel. So you're just gonna like take a little bit of samples from every field?
Yep.
Mostly just want to see if anything is going on with it, see if it's any different than the others, I guess. Like, there's not really a lot to go on here.
Alright, and then give me 2 checks real quick. 1 in Arcana and 2 afterwards we'll give you an investigation after I tell you a little more.
Doop, doop, doop. Arcana check. 7.
Plus your 3, plus the other 3 of that 6. So with 13, as you look it all over, with your Detect Magic's effect as well, all of this is the same spell, and you're not an expert on all forms of magic, obviously, but you do notice when you go over towards this patch, the magic ends near the house,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's preventing anything from, even if it grows, being consumable. All the plants that seem to be thriving are poisonous or diseased. For areas of field, there is not really, or the, how do I put it? For the barren parts of the field, the soil itself is either diseased or empty or dried and cracked up. And again, the moment you like get outside of this radius, it all becomes fine again. And if you can give me an investigation.
Blah. That one.
Which with the 6 would still pass an easy.
You're looking around, Trin. Where's your investigation, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Yeah.
The
Are you, while you're thinking of this,
the
are you?
tired hit me. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Whoa. 17. But you know what? I'm not a fucking slacker, fair.
As Sphere, you're sharing this information. You're not the most farm savvy. The biggest thing you can put together is something is causing it, because the effect itself seems to be continuous. As what little explanation you get from the goblin is like they tried like even putting down new dirt in the area, and it just would turn then diseased and useless. And for you, Trin, how do I put this? Back home, you had a little bit of a tradition that comes to your mind.
Which one?
Just every now and then you'd make like offerings to various things. Back home, spirits were very plentiful, and if you didn't give them the proper respect, you yourself never had to experience it, but there would be it would come up in stories, or you'd hear stories of them turning whatever fortunes they offered into misfortunes.
Oh. Well then. Well then. That makes sense now.
Well, what makes sense?
So to obtain something of equal value must be lost.
Never
That
heard that
is the
before.
first law of equivalent exchange.
What's an equivalent exchange?
It's like when you ask somebody for something and they want something back out of it, I guess.
Yeah?
Except in this case, let's say for example, what's a good example? Come on, Train. What's a good example? Let's say you want I can't think of a good
Money for food, like we were doing before.
I guess. Mm, let's say you're hungry and you want some potatoes, and you don't got enough money for potatoes, but you've got some. Yeah.
Then you take the potato.
No, you don't. You don't take the potato. You give what you've got, and for the equal value of the potato.
I'm not following
Then
this Catman. Are you, Bunny?
Not amazingly.
okay,
I
how do
think
I?
I can get it.
So
But
just to make sure, because I'm losing my mind. Actually, I'm actually legitimately losing my mind. Jake, what was it again? Explain everything again.
Basically offerings to shrine spirits back home. You were thinking of when you saw all this.
Yeah.
we're
So
the god who accepts those kind of things aren't saying anything. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
you
the part
want
of him that accepts those things.
think about it as like wanting something, and in order to get it, you've got to give something back. Maybe they want something in return for a favor.
Okay.
And let's say you keep asking for favors, but you don't give anything anymore.
Okay.
So now, the person you've been asking for favors is no longer doing you favors. In fact, all the favors that they've done for you have become debts. And until those debts are paid, they kind of backfire on you. What's it? Someone's been asking and not given. I don't know what's the proper way to put it.
What's actually going on, Tren? I mean, analogies are great, but if you know what's
I'm
up,
actually losing my brain. I don't know what's going on anymore.
you can just say the words that were told to you.
Yeah, that what he told me. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm sorry, my brain just fucking
No, it's
hemorrhaged.
cool.
It's okay. Don't you worry. So you tell them about like it makes you think of spirits and things like that back home.
Yeah, like Trin wanted to not outright explain it because out of like the well, how do you know that? And it's just like don't ask about my life. But like then it's just like fuck, I can't explain it.
So there's some spirits out here that are wanting offerings.
As to some extent, and now that they're not getting their offerings anymore, instead they're giving curses. You give offerings for blessings, and if you don't, you get curses. I think that makes sense, right?
Goblin
Yeah.
pounds his hands into his fist. Oh! The creepy hole in the hill.
What?
Creepy hole in the hill.
He points
What
to the far end of the farm, where the hill starts. Yeah, there's a little hole on the far side of it. It spooked the heck out of us. It reminded us of like you were there. You said you've been to and like the shrine. Yeah, we didn't want to mess with that.
What?
Come on, I'll show you.
All right. Creepy hole in a hill. Like, why didn't you just say there was a creepy hole in a hill?
course
I didn't think it
didn't
had anything to do with nothing.
Of course, I
It's a
didn't
creepy
mention
hole
it.
in a hill.
Of course, I didn't mention it earlier.
I had to roll. He nat one.
Of
course.
As he'll take you along again, he takes you to the hill. He takes you to the south side of it, as there's the little opening in it. It's pretty crude. It's somebody dug it out. Yeah, in there.
Just in there. Just
Yeah, that's the creepy hole. I don't know what's in there. I didn't go in there.
You didn't throw anything in there?
I might have thrown a rock in there. I didn't hear nothing.
how big is the hole, Jake?
It's not huge. It would be a struggle for Titan to fit in it, but for you guys, like, you'd have to lower your head. It'd be a little uncomfortable, but you'd be able to like walk through it.
Looks to Trin.
Well, you want me to stick my head in there?
I mean, I was gonna go in, but I don't really feel great going in by myself.
You got your snake, don't you?
Looks to Zephyr, looks to you, looks to Zephyr, looks to you.
He's connected to you, isn't he?
I mean, connected. He's just a snake. He's a snake. He is. He is. He do good boy his.
Zephyr.
Zephyr now.
No, do it, Sophia. Picks him up, chucks him in.
Hello there.
Pick you up, chuck you in.
Oh, Chai Tea, thank you for the follow.
Touch my fucking snake, I'll kill you. I'll have an attachment to you like I do to him.
As you pick him back up
he-
from stopping
he
him from
took-
going in.
He took. He was about to make a noble sacrifice. It's not like you can't get another one. That's what you do with your owl, right?
He's not a familiar.
He's not.
No, he's a
Well,
snake.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
He's still with me.
What about your owl?
He's dead.
What do you mean he's dead? Isn't he a familiar too?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, but he gets better.
I'm sorry for your
Call
loss.
Call him and bring him in.
Well, I don't have the things to bring him in.
We don't have the things.
I have to get the materials for the spell.
What are the materials for the spell?
A lot of stuff.
Like what?
Let me go over to it.
It's an owl.
It's 10 gold worth of material components, which we flavor as being and and a brass bowl to burn it in, I think.
It's charcoal, incense, herbs, and a brass brazier to burn it all in. That
Couldn't have asked this stuff from the princess.
well, she's wanting to ship us out as quick as we wanted to come over to this inn that's run by a dead dude and a bunch of goblins.
You could have just taken the time to ask her for things. That's what I did, and I ate the run of her kitchen.
Yeah, but you went and spent the night with her.
Yeah, of course I did.
Like,
Wow.
like
Wow.
wait, like I didn't know.
What?
I mean,
With the princess. Wow.
princess.
What?
Good job, I guess.
What?
High five, my man.
Wait, what?
High five.
I mean,
Five for what?
you kissed the princess.
No, I didn't kiss the princess.
Oh,
What?
That's what you just said.
I did not say I kissed the princess. I
Oh.
said I spent the night in the castle with her.
And then you said you know what I mean, kind of thing, like you
No,
implied.
What? You pervert!
No, I'm just listen. It's nothing perverted.
Oh,
I'm
no, I know
just
for
saying that-
sure you're no holy man.
I'm
Look,
disappointed by
good
this.
job. You know what? I'm going in the hole.
Yeah, how about you go in the hole?
How about I will? And like you know.
You go in the hole. You're already in the doghouse.
What do
I
you mean
don't
the
understand.
doghouse? Who's putting me in any doghouse?
As you go into the hole.
Ah! The hand of God is pulling me in.
As you venture into the hole.
I guess I'll go in the hole.
You go ahead and
Freaking no friends coming in with me and protect me from freaking whatever the hell's in here. Gonna fucking yell
Yeah,
at me and kill me. And
I
whatever.
mean, you didn't ask nicely. Assuming I'm not a good boy. Look at you.
You said you weren't gonna come in.
I didn't say that. I don't have said that at all. You find where I said I was gonna do that.
as you step inside, it's
I
pretty.
will just narrow eyes, turn back around,
There's
keep
just that-
walking in.
There's just that shit-eating cat grin as the tail goes left and right.
Oh my god. I'm so disappointed. But as you go in, you see this. It opens up a little more in here. It's a rather like clumsy looking cave. You see like a few discarded torches and a few hanging on the side. You see a little altar.
Step. There's an altar.
Pray to it, holy man.
I don't know whose it is. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt, but I mean, unless the praying to it like causes the place to explode or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Do you
It's just
want
like
a little
saying,
bit of
"Listen, you
help? Do you want a little bit of help?
with praying?
No, just in general. I'm offering you a hand here.
What? I mean, you can come in if you want. I don't know if there's anything else in here.
Alrighty, one moment. Trin's gonna like beckon the goblin over.
Huh? What?
Wanna grab a hand?
Why would I grab your hand?
Please.
What's up? What are
Grab
we
my
doing
hand.
here?
Grab my hand.
Listen, I just met you. I don't feel that way about you.
No, it's okay. I don't feel that way about you either. I'm just asking you to grab my hand.
Oh, okay. Grabs your hand.
Throws him in.
You're gonna need a strength check. Yeet the goblin.
Eat the goblin in. Here's 2.
How dare you use good boy coins for evil?
Wow.
God damn.
As you try,
The counter yeet?
but when you pull, he is pretty firmly on the ground. The goblin's like, you know, I've been working really hard on the fields here. If you're gonna try and throw me, you're gonna need more than one hand.
You're
Now please
right.
let go.
No. I need my other hand. Grabs at the other hand and tries again.
This one he's gonna fight back. So roll.
Here's my last one.
This is what these were made for. That'll be a 16. You'll manage to yeet him a little bit. As you toss him, he's like, ah! And he skids a little into the room.
There you go.
I don't like it in here. Let me out! Let me out! As he starts trying to go back towards the entrance.
Oh, apparently Crazy Fox had given me 2 advantage. Oh well.
Keep those for any
I'll-
future checks.
Yeah, I
Because
just
they're for the next check. If you use them right on there, I'm probably not going to notice or respond to it in time.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't even notice him either until I looked. Also, Anthony's back. Woo.
Just looks back, just eyes like half open, just like looking very like.
Look, I offered you a hand. I never said it was mine.
Turns back toward altar, but tries to continue to pray to whatever spirits may be here.
As you go
Try
to,
to commune, see if I can.
as you go to pray in the darkness here, would you like to give me a religion check real quick?
I'm on my way back. I'm moving as fast as this car can go.
It's fine.
A religion check.
We're just
Yeah.
we're just causing trouble without you.
How dare you make me play Paradox again and clean up after the kids' mess?
Trying to see if there's anything I can do to aid with something. There is not. Okay. Da-da-da. And yeah.
And we're gonna shave a little off because you're looking at it in the darkness, but it's not gonna make a difference. You completely pass. As you're looking over it, you take a few moments and you realize it's crude, it's basic. It is a shrine to Titan.
I was fixing to say, like, there's like a part of him that's just like he was told that freaking the princess had said like, oh, people pray to Titan in the farms, Titan, all these Titan things. He's like, I'm pretty sure this is Titan thing, but I'm just he's not wanting to help me. He's out there, so I guess I'll just fucking. Oh, if it is a Titan thing, in order to potentially gain a bit more solidity or a bit more insight into this, could I place the gem of Titan on top of the altar?
Oh yeah, you want to put that on top as you go to pray?
Yeah.
The moment you place it on top, it starts glowing, and immediately, boop, a small figurine of stone comes together right in front of you as it looks at you. Who are you? What? Oh, Father Titan. No, wait. He like picks up the crystal. He taps it a few times. Part of Father Titan. Why have you brought me Father Titan?
Hi, Titan.
Ah,
Are you
Something
Titan?
happened.
I'm talking to Titan.
Titan, he's talking to you.
I am out here.
That's a crystal that I used to summon Titan.
Huh?
Which are you Titan?
No.
Oh,
Here, have Father Titan's crystal back.
oh, thank you.
Moves closer.
I,
Hands it over.
okay. Thank you very much. Are you the spirit that helps these lands?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I live in this land. Well, yeah. You're not the farmer. Who are you?
No. Unfortunately, the farmer seems to have passed. There was some sort of something happened with him. With something killed him by seemingly chewing on him or trying to eat him in some way.
What? Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, that old coot. He needed better fences.
Do
Ugh.
you have any idea what could have done something like that?
I mean, if I had to guess, like the forest wolves probably. Is Chocobo still around?
I haven't seen any.
Oh man, they got the Chocobos. Ugh.
Mm.
Darn it, all my hard work. Anyway, what's been going on? If he's dead, somebody's been trying to work the land, and they're not talking to me about it.
Yeah, there have been some goblins who have brought themselves in and seemingly trying to take care of the land in the person who was here before's stead, but unfortunately they have been met with some resistance, as I'm sure you know. I don't think that they knew to come here to praise to you.
Alright, seriously, who's working the land?
1 second. Grabs,
Ah!
pulls in.
Ah!
Well-
No!
As Trin sees them getting dragged away, you're welcome.
I can't fit. What's going on? I want to see. I want to see.
As you just see, Sphere just grabs the goblin and like brings him in, like,
Hi, I'm Gooblox. Farmer extraordinaire. On my land. Yeah. Without tribute. I needed to pay tribute? I thought this was just free land.
There's a lot that apparently hasn't really got to be said. Some communication that seems to not have been happening between the two of you. But isn't it good that someone's still wanting to use the land?
Hmm. I don't care for the fact it's a little gross goblin. He says little and gross despite the fact the goblin is larger than him. But I think I can tolerate this. So.
What kind of things do you usually ask for tribute?
Oh, just a little bit of the harvest. Oh, wait, really? That's it? Yeah. Ah, brother. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
You got any food to give him right now? All of ours is kind of rotten.
He like digs into his pack, his scholar's pack, and he will place down some of his rations onto the altar. Like, this is all I really got right now.
He'll look at it, pick
I
it up.
didn't really make it or anything, but
You see his jaw unhinge as he shovels it into his mouth.
ah,
Ah, perfect. Thank you. That's all I need. All right. I guess I can lift my magic off the land if these goblins remember to pay tribute. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't actually get it. Can we destroy this thing and just like farm?
No, if you do, then you'll probably destroy the land.
Oh, okay then.
Uh, I think that you guys could work together, and I mean, as long as you bring some bits of harvest, it feels like this farm is pretty famous around here, right? You'll probably get quite a lot of yield as long as the two of you work together.
I like this plan. I give you food. You teach me to farm good. I do not like this tiny creature.
There's like 10 others like just like him in the house.
This is going to be a lot of work.
I mean, they have a lot of hands.
Ugh. Fine, I get it. They can stay. See? I knew I was the clever one here. This farm was a great idea. And thank you, Bunny Man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad that we figured something out. Hmm. Actually, there's something I want to ask you as well. Do you have a name or something I can call you?
Uh, actually, no. I'm just an earth spirit? I guess you could call me Earthen.
All right, Earthen. I look. He just like looks around at the area. I was told by Titan that he could be potentially aided in some way and gain some sort of competence or strength from certain like idols or things like that that could be around. Uh, I didn't know if you had anything of the sort or knew where anything would be on these lands.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't have something like that. But, you see him take his hand, he puts it onto, like, the center of the altar, and just pulls it up with a chunk of the earth,
Ah,
as it comes out as a little statue of Titan.
oh, yeah, something like that.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, I guess you can have this for solving my problem, as he looks over at the goblin.
I gladly accept. Thank you.
Hold on. As, you see him, like, reach for one of his eyes. He yanks it out and, puts it to the statue. As it gives off a faint magical, glow now. Then he hands it over.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I'll make sure that Lord Titan gets this immediately. He's actually right outside the place here. So,
Alright. Tell father I said hello.
Father, yeah, of course. Thank you, Earthen.
As, at that, he basically falls apart into rubble that molds back into the altar. Clearing cleaning it basically to a smooth top again.
He makes his way back over toward Gooblox and just sort of. I think that's it then.
Hmm.
We'll have to let the others of your house know,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll take care of that. Ah.
and no attacking him, right?
No attacking him. Got it.
You guys need to work together to get this place back up to where it was.
Yeah, work together. As, he'll start trying to file his way out with you.
He will make his way out.
Hey, you didn't die in there.
Look at that. It wasn't so scary.
I guess it's not that scary, especially because it was just the one room, but it could have been like a hole of death or something.
It could have been. That's why I didn't go in there till now.
uh, I met one of your kids.
I don't have kids.
He called himself an Earthen.
Oh, like an earth elemental spirit thing. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I
I
get
will
you.
show him the little idol with the glowing eye.
Oh, hey, look, it's me. They did a pretty good job with that.
He kind of like turned into it, kind of, but not really. He plucked his eye out or something. It was weird. Here you go.
He holds it. What am I supposed to do with this? You want me to eat it?
I don't know. You told me to find it. There it is. And
Oh,
I can
oh,
hold
yeah.
on to it.
Yeah, no, you hold on to it, buddy. As he puts it back in your hands.
Okay, I have a little action figure of you.
When you summon me, focus on that. And it'll do a magic thing.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Basically, you make me better with your magic. And use that to help.
Now that we've tried to fix this here, should we go back and let Nihilus know and the others?
Probably.
Yeah, we're gonna start being real farmers now. It'll be great. Be the
You'll
best
probably need to
farmers
find
ever.
a better place to take some of your disgusting food.
No. Catman gave me a great idea. We're gonna light it all on fire.
Okay.
As you all make your way back.
Just do it outside.
I gotta go and do something really quick. Right back.
Oh, good. Anthony.
He's not here anymore.
Oh, he died, right?
he's on his way. He said he's almost there. He's almost there.
Oh, man. Given where we are, I do think we might be wrapping it up here for the night, though.
Nihilus, you will never believe it. We were able to solve a problem, and we didn't kill each other. Are you proud of us?
Nihilus. As you just come back, the whole inside of the tower of the building's covered in blood. Nihilus standing amongst the goblin corpses.
Nihilus.
Nihilus.
Can't take you fucking anywhere. Just go to the back. I can't take you fucking anywhere. Go to sleep.
But yeah, it's a little short for tonight.
Yeah.
But we'll wrap it up here. With you guys taking care of the farm.
Yeah. We somehow found a way. I'm sorry that my brain.
I'm
just,
back. I had to get a dog.
Welcome back. I'm just I've been thinking about it. We're gonna make the decision to stop it here for the night because basically, even if Anthony got back in the next like 5 minutes, the next bit of stuff is gonna be like all together-ish. So rather than cut
Yeah.
it off in the middle, we'll stop here. And,
I have a new rock.
and we'll go over the details of what that rock do.
It a good rock.
It good rock, make Titan better. Big strong Titan, go smash.
Big strong Titan maybe isn't any longer the lowest HP in the party. Titan.
I'm sorry, my brain fucking imploded.
Nah, it's fine. It's happened. You've had a long day.
Dude, I'm fucking tired too. I get you.
But yeah, as you guys will be spending the night here, the goblins are gonna be like, forget that paying thing. You're welcome here anytime because you help them with their little problem in the back. As for right now, for all of you in the chat, I'm gonna end the stream, but I've just got to do some quick things in the house, and then I'm gonna start up another one, and I'm gonna be playing World of Final Fantasy far into the night. It's been,
Oh jeez.
it's it's been a year since I started playing it, and I think I was at the halfway point. I'm not actually sure where I stopped anymore, but we're gonna keep going with that at long fucking last.
Oh hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
In honor of the day I started this bullshit, and then actually finish this bullshit over the next like month or two.
Oh hell yeah.
And thank you too for showing up and having fun, and I thank Anthony too. And again, all of you so much for making this birthday awesome. Although it's
Anthony's
not
gonna
quite
get
over yet.
here. He's gonna get here and he's gonna be all like, "I'm back. What I do?" And it's like, "You hung out with Boko," and it's like, "Time well spent."
Time well spent. I deserved every second of this me time. But yeah, all you guys take care. I'll hit at everyone in the chat in just a little bit for those who want to come back and hang out for that. All of you,
Or you could just stay put.
because I need to go to the bathroom and do
No,
some
I mean
quick
them.
things.
I mean them. They can stay put.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Stay
yeah,
put
yeah.
While you stay poop.
Yeah, they can stay in the chat. Like seriously, my bladder's gonna explode. So I'm gonna end the stream for right now, and I'll see whoever stays in a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight.
Eating?
No, I need to pee. I drank like a whole large slushie. My bladder hurts.
You don't have to. You don't have to be so self-conscious, Jake. We all poop.
God damn it. Alright. But yeah, you guys take care. I'll be back in just a bit.